Lo verdadero rompediscoteca.
New York Yankees fans, yet again, it is Felix from NYYNEWS.com. Like always, hola, ¿cómo estás? Let's get people in here. Share this link on X, Facebook, Instagram, Threads. If people even use that, let's share it out. How you guys doing today? A lot of rain this morning in the forecast. Let's see who's in the chat. Joan, Seco, Mike, Rocky, Big Blue, Wrecking Crew, Moises, what up? Pope, etc., etc. Dennis, what's up? Dennis, my fault if I got it wrong. Let's populate this, and we'll start the show in about 5 minutes. By the way, I got a special guest on the line waiting. He'll answer your more complex questions. To be honest, he's been on target all off season. Let me just share this out. If you're in here, snap a like. All that good stuff. Hey, what's up, Moses? How you doing? No doubt, man. Yo, Anthony, what's up? We'll be starting this in about 3 minutes. So if you have some questions, leave it in the chat. Joanne says, I hope we get an answer by Wednesday. He's going to want to go back to Japan. Christmas is as big in Japan as it is here. Hey, I never knew that, honestly. Learn something every day. Let's see. Morosi said, according to Morosi, the Yankees are the team to beat in the Yamamoto race. Goes on to say he's had his eyes on the Yankees for years. You see, I could put that on screen for you guys. Right there. Joe Wall says, can we please get the deal done? All right, so let's start this. Let's bring in the Rain Man of baseball. Adam, you're live. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Hey, y'all. How's it going? Yep, back from the trip. It was a lot of fun.
That's what's up, man. Get to some questions. Derek says, keep up the great work. I appreciate it. Joe, well, I already read that. John Morosi has lost credibility if he sees... yeah, this art always gets in my way. Sees a plane run. Facts. But
Morosi did make himself look like a clown on that one.
Yeah, big time. And if people don't know, Andy Martino has been cut off. It appears that the Yankees front office has cut him off because he didn't leak the early stages of the Soto trade.
Yeah, if you see his latest tweets and everything, there's a different flavor to him.
He's copying other sources now.
Yes. Almost verbatim. Wonder how many you caught what Ken Rosenthal said yesterday or this morning, whoever it was. He said whether the Yankees get Yamamoto or not, they're going to grab other pitchers. And he mentioned Josh Hader by name, Yuki Matsui, Blake Snell, and even said that the Yankees are the leader for Dylan Cease right now. The Yankees mean business.
Yeah. They ain't playing around this offseason. Like I tell everybody, you got to show the Yankees that they did the right moves, spend whatever money you have, go to the stadium, buy jerseys, buy whatever. Even if it's $20 that you have.
By the way, on Blake Snell, the Yankees have only two teams talking to him right now. The other is the Giants, and he does not want the Giants. He wants a top team. So his market is dead right now.
So Moises says if the Yankees do not get Yamamoto, then they should go after free agency. They have the money to offer two starting pitchers.
What two would you go after? I would go after Snell and Imanaga. They're the only two left of ratings that fit the Yankees. I don't buy the Jordan Montgomery rumblings at all myself. I think that's lip service because he flat out said a few months ago he wants no part of the Yankees. I think he ends up back with the Rangers in the end. Yes, PH3 Gaming. Yes, he flew back to LA yesterday with his agent Joe Wolf. He posted a picture on the plane on his Instagram. He is back in LA now.
Again, if you're Yamamoto, why do you want to be second fiddle to Ohtani?
You don't, and that's why he's acting. Notice he took the second meeting to the Yankees and Mets, not the Dodgers.
And let's say Yamamoto does go to the Dodgers. Ohtani has a thing for the Yankees. He has it out for the Yankees for some apparent reason.
Yes. And you're not getting any publicity in Japan if you're sitting behind Ohtani. Keep that in mind. I would trade for Cease whether or not you get Yamamoto myself. He's not going to cost that much. If you throw Everson Pereira, Torres, or Peraza, and say Cortez at the White Sox, you probably get it done. And he's got 2 years of control. Isaiah, no. He's not a Met. Wait and see. The Yankees are a very good match for the White Sox. Yes, they are. Jones, Cisco. They're a very good match. Near perfect, just like with the Yankees and Padres. The Yankees are a team that matched up perfect with them. And who else has the pieces to go do it? The Braves are about the only other team that could get Cease right now. I don't buy the Cubs. I don't think they're going to do another crosstown trade. GOLV. Hopefully Yoshi signs sooner than late with us elsewhere. So at least we can get moving on.
Gio, what's up? Isaiah, what's up? Even though you're a Mets fan, welcome.
Yep.
I'm guessing he's a Dodger fan, though. He got a Mookie Betts avatar. See, we don't care what fan of any team you like.
As long as you're not attacking us or bashing us.
Man, as long as you like baseball, you can say whatever you want. You can bash us. Yeah. We don't care.
GOLV, I believe that Yoshi Yamamoto will sign within the next few days. I think he knows where he's going now, and he's just working the contract out. Let's see. By the way, the Twins trade rumors, Kepler and, what was his name? That third base, switching to third base are available. Can't remember, what was his name? That's going to bug me. Should be able to find it quickly. Not that one. I cannot remember that guy's name. Let's go to ESPN. Hover. Let's go to Twins.
Danny says, Adam, do you think we could create a trade in which we get Cease and Crochet from White Sox?
Potentially. I'm not sure the White Sox want to trade Crochet, but for Cease, Yankees definitely could. And it's Jorge Polanco I was talking about. He and Kepler are available, but with Crochet, I just don't think the White Sox really want to trade him. He's still cheap and under control. But with Cease, they almost have no choice. And he's a left-handed reliever.
Dude, I had a dream Jorge Soler was playing first base for us. I know he's an outfielder, but the way he smoked the Astros in 2019, I always liked him.
No chance the Yankees even talk to Jorge Soler. None. I think he'll end up on an NL team. The Cubs are in talks with the Marlins trying to get him back. Diamondbacks talking to him, so he's got a good market.
You see, Soler has always been the type of player that the Yankees envisioned Florial becoming.
Yes. And Florial's going to be traded. Yankees right now have 6 outfielders on their MLB roster. They got to do something there. And Florial has no options. Keep that in mind.
He says Polanco.
Yeah, Jorge Polanco, yes. And the Yankees have asked about him, but I don't really see it. Cubs more likely, an NL team more likely. What do you think about Blake Snell's? He could fit the Yankees, or he really does not like the Yankees. He actually said himself that he is neutral on him. He would play for him if he got the chance. I think he's a great fit, but if you get him, you need a Dylan Cease or a Yamamoto as well. Just to balance it out for 1 and 2, where you have 2 guys that are good to pitch 180, 208 innings. I don't think the Yankees had a player qualifying offer because they will lose IFA money to sign Roki next IFA period. I don't think that really matters. The Yankees have enough that they could sign someone, lose a little bit, and not worry about it. They just gained some in a trade, by the way, and then signed
Derek, what's up? He says, we need starting pitching help.
Yeah, the Yankees need at least 2 starting pitchers.
Is it because the Yankees don't have that much confidence in Rodon?
Not him. I think it's the questions around Schmidt and Cortez.
Okay.
Cortez hasn't pitched over 150 innings yet. And I think it's more questions there. They don't have a lot of starting pitching depth either in the minors anymore. So, if you sign 2 starting pitchers now or sign 1 trade for 1, then you have Schmidt or Cortez in that bullpen giving you some depth.
I do like the sound of Cease, though. I like that.
I really like the sound of Dylan Cease. And again, the Yankees are the leader in the trade talks. We'll see where that goes. But yeah.
By the way, if you're in here, snap a like, share this, share it everywhere.
I'm really surprised not hear more about Yuki Matsui. He does not have the posting period. He's just an international free agent. That might be why. Now, keep in mind with Yamamoto and Imanaga, they both only have about 2.5 weeks left to sign. So we've got to know something very soon. With Jorge Soler, he's going to be an outfielder DH type. I don't think he'll ever play first base. Danny Adorno, as good as Yamamoto may be, I'm almost to the point where I would go after Snell and Cease and pull a Hader in as well. The Yankees are talking to Hader. Ken Rosenthal confirmed that. Said the Yankees have an offer out to Josh Hader right now. So they're trying to get Hader. And I'd back to be surprised they don't. Remember, he's a Cashman White Whale. And a great friend of Soto, and Snell is as well. Ken Rosenthal said it is not out of question if the Yankees signed Snell and Yamamoto and traded for Cease, but said it's very unlikely. I don't think they get all three, but you never know. With Cashman and Hal go nuclear this offseason, you never know.
Yeah. They went Thanos mode on everybody.
And again, they're not just going to stop Yamamoto. They're going to grab other pitchers, and I think Snell will be one of them. They're talking Jordan Hicks. They also mentioned another reliever, right-hander, and I don't know why. I don't think it's. They think his name is Henderson. And keep an eye on Cody Bellinger. The longer his free agent goes, the more that market collapses, the more likely the Yankees are to get back involved. Blake should be able to help Cease with his walks problem from Joan Cisco. Yes, he could. That's been an issue with Cease. He got a little better last year, but yeah, he's helped fix Coles and others. He would be able
what's up
to
with Tim
help that.
Anderson? Didn't he get like DFA'd or something like that? Or was
Yeah,
I
he's
dreaming?
sitting in free agency right now. Nobody's talking to him.
Yeah.
Don't be
Wow,
surprised
his
he ends
career
up
just totally like went down.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What was up with his power numbers too? What was up with that?
They fell off a cliff as if he was
Yeah.
injured or something, and nobody knows why. Don't be surprised he ends up in Japan or something. Literally, no team has even made contact with him yet.
Dennis, what's up? Moses says, I would like to know what would be the offer for Yamamoto. 320 to 335 million for 10 years?
Right now, and Ken Rosenthal debunked some of it. He said the Red Sox, Jays, Mets have not made an offer. Only two teams actually made an offer to him are the Yankees and Dodgers, per Ken Rosenthal. He said they are both barely over $300 million, including posting fee right now. So going off Ken Rosenthal's information, we can probably take an educated guess that he's trying to boost his market right now before he picks a team, but I believe he's already picked the Yankees based off information.
Long-time Yankee fan as well.
Yeah.
Always wanted to be a Yankee.
Danny Ordono, I almost don't care if Yamamoto goes to Mets. They aren't going to do anything. Just don't want him to go to Dodgers. Almost ready for the Dodgers to really fail. I think a lot of people are after that Yamamoto deal, or Ohtani deal, excuse me. I think Yamamoto's picked the Yankees, and we're just saying the public negotiations right now. HRLP, doing great. Because his head is still rattled from getting knocked out by J-Ram. Who are we talking about there? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Anderson and J-Ram got in a fight. That's right. Yeah.
So what do you think about this? Is it like a negotiation tactic? For me, I think it's coming down to the Yankees and the Mets. Dodgers, maybe.
I think he already chose the Yankees, and what we are seeing with these public reports and everything is his trying to set the stage for talks. And yes, the Yankees made another offer last night when they were talking to him. I don't know what it was. I was not given numbers. But
So what was that? He was meeting with Cohen first, and then he hit up the Yankees to meet with them?
Yeah.
What was that situation?
He flew to New York, and the Yankees knew he was coming to New York, but they didn't know why. But he goes, meets with the Mets, and makes a phone call to Brian Cashman, says, can we meet again over at your stadium? I went to Yankee Stadium and met with them. And there's 11 people in the Yankees ensemble, I guess is a good word, that met with him. So I believe...
Dennis says, been a Yankees fan since 1950. Yep. Wow.
A lot longer than most of us, so you might have actually seen Mickey Mantle live.
Yeah. Amazing.
Might have been back those days.
You've seen it all.
But I think he's already picked the Yankees, Yamamoto. He's just trying to set things up and all of that. And we don't know all of the names involved in that meeting, but I heard Garrett Cole was involved in this one. And Matsui, he worked for the Yankees. He was there. I'd be surprised they didn't have Tanaka call him as well.
Yamamoto, huge Tanaka fan, by the way.
Yeah. They wore the same number in Japan. Keep that in mind.
Since it's been known that he wants to go on a team that already has a Japanese player, the Yankees get another. If they sign him, they get another Japanese player.
I would be a little surprised if they don't. They're talking about Matsui and Imanaga. And they could wait till next offseason when Sasaki and Murakami get posted and grab them. Steve Phillips, one of the Mets reporters, is an idiot. He said if Yamamoto's coming to New York, it's going to be the Mets. The guy drunk or something? That's a Mets reporter who's always wrong. If you didn't realize that, if you go check his history, he's always wrong. CJ Nitkowski is leaving the Rangers. Not sure who CJ Nitkowski is, but yeah, he's gone from the Rangers. He just announced it himself on Twitter. I'm going to retweet that if you want to go see it.
Then he says, I just hope it's not an outrageous amount of money. I really don't want it to affect Soto extension.
It will not. I can tell you for a fact it will not. Nothing is going to stop a Soto extension. Got a 25-year-old superstar. Hal's not letting that get away. And I heard the Yankees are willing to go up to $50 million per for Soto. It's not going to take that. Soto would sign an extension to match Judge's $40 million per.
Derek says Yankees for 11 years.
Interesting. I've been a Yankees fan since the 90s when I met a prospect at the time named Bernie Williams.
What are you talking about?
I was at a mall with my dad back about 93, 94 and ran into a then prospect at the time. He might have been rehabbing. Named Bernie Williams. Gave me a baseball hat and I became a Yankees fan. Do you think Boris and Cohen are good for baseball? To a certain extent, yes. Yes, actually. Boris especially, you get a super agent out there, it helps all of the agents out, and it helps the players out in a good way. Now, Boris...
He's always been nice to the Yankees, by the way.
Yes. Boris has always been great for the Yankees.
Yeah.
But Boris is 71. How much longer is he going to last? And keep in mind, Juan Soto...
He's a young 71, though.
He looked really good walking around for 71. I think he'll probably last another 3-4 years, but Soto could be his last major deal. So keep that one in mind. Steve Cohen's okay for baseball, but his theories and everything, it's crashing in front of him. He couldn't convince the Padres to send him Soto. Couldn't even get the attention of Ohtani. That was hilarious.
Listen. Steve Cohen's a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
Fix your teeth, bro. Nobody's gonna talk to you one-on-one. Google Steve Cohen teeth. All right. Looks like he freaking zipped on nuclear isotopes or something like that. Yeah. Like if you're sitting with Steve Cohen one-on-one, talking to this guy one-on-one, face-to-face, he smiles at you.
It looks bad.
Like Tales from the Crypt, man.
And by the way, going back to Soto, and with Cohen, he's got that gap right in the middle, as some of those athletes did. Like that former Giants D-end. Can't remember his name. He did that morning show with Kelly Ripa. Can't remember his name, but yeah, a lot of people have that. But with Juan Soto, again yesterday, he posted another thing to his Instagram story showing how excited he is to be a Yankee. I think Soto is going to force the extension himself. He's going to talk Boris into doing it. And notice, in nothing Soto and Boris said and have said about him being a Yankee, if they ever said they're not open to an extension. They've left that door wide open. Dennis Brees again. Do you think the Yankees go with, or that Yama goes with the Yankees, Soto will be back? The Yankees, no. Yamamoto does not affect Soto at all. Soto will be extended no matter what. The only thing that would affect him if they signed another hitter or acquired another hitter in a trade that they then extended for a big contract. Hitters don't affect pitchers. Remember, the Yankees' payroll is going to drop about $148 million next year with Soto on it. If they get the extension, probably about $180 million. So they could add a lot and be about $250 million going into next year.
But again, if you're a free agent, why would you sign with the Mets? Look at what Steve Cohen did to Verlander and Scherzer last season. Promised them the world. You know, they got apartments. They thought they were going to be in NYC for like 2 to 3 years. And then they pulled this stunt. They pulled the stunt of trading them. And then Steve Cohen comes out and says, we're going to do a rebuild. And this offseason, he's spending money again. So this guy's all over the place.
And it's not big money they've spent. And they are still in trade talks around Pete Alonso. We don't know what's going to happen with him. So the Mets are kind of the clown show in New York again.
And what is this? He's your star player. What is it putting out that you want to trade him? That's like the Yankees putting out when Judge wasn't a free agent that you're going to trade Judge.
Yeah, Mac Miles says Cody Bellinger first base. I wouldn't rule it out. I'll flat that. He's a good first baseman. Getting back to Pete Alonso, the Cubs have made a very competitive offer for him, including Matt Mervis and what's his name? Not Duran. Morel. We'll see what happens. But it's a weird situation over there with their first baseman. Dennis Brees, Willie Nicholson, Yamamoto be Yankees by late this week. I think so. I agree with that other statement. I think Yamamoto wants it done this week before Christmas. So we can relax, enjoy Christmas, start getting ready for the 2024 season.
And by the way, you called that. Nobody was saying that when you called it like 4 days ago.
Yeah, and now everybody's starting to say it. Even some big-time reporters have said they think it's done this week. I'm keeping an eye on Twitter. You might see me go back and forth just in case anything pops out. And the Blue Jays are in talks with the Twins on Max Kepler.
Why are they man, not that name, man. I'm tired of that dude's name. I heard his name all off-season last season.
Yeah, I am too. I'd love the Blue Jays to get him just so we can just put that one to bed and silence it. But that's another sign that Bellinger doesn't want the Blue Jays if they're going after Kepler. But yeah, Bellinger, very good first baseman. He can play all three outfield spots, so he can be moved around. And with Rizzo, I am in the camp. I am not sold he'll be healthy till he proves it. I need to see him play all of April and prove he's healthy. Maybe spring training he can do it a little bit. Dennis Brees, you don't like what Cohen did? Yeah.
By the way, I had a stream, right, showing the updates of every MLB insider, and it kept crashing. And then I found out that there was like an explosion at the Con Ed facility in Manhattan. So that's why that stream was crashing that day.
Interesting.
Internet went down multiple times.
By the way, I've seen a lot of tweets that Juan Soto being a Yankee for life is more important than signing Yamamoto. Yankees can and will do both. Remember, the Yankees have to talk to Juan Soto on January 12th about arbitration. They're going to make an extension offer. Anything is possible then.
When he gets situated here, Juan Soto is going to want to stay here. And he's not going to want to be a Met, folks. I'm sorry.
No, there's no chance he's going to want to be a Met. Derek Wagner, Yoshi for 11-year contract. There is rumors, by the way. Yamamoto is open to going to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years, something like that, to lower the AAV and help the team out. As long as he gets to $300 million, there are rumors of that. Would not surprise me. Would not surprise me.
So, since other people are live right now, traffic on this live stream isn't that great. So, we'll be here for quite some time, though. Around 12, it should pick up. Jacob, what up? How you doing? Mike Rocky says, what are the chances of landing Hader? I don't trust Holmes.
Better than you think. Ken Rosenthal has confirmed yesterday the Yankees have made an offer to Hader.
He's a Yankee. Hader's a Yankee.
I believe it happened.
Guy. Cashman loves that dude.
Cashman tried to trade for him 4 times. They tried to get him in the Soto trade. I think that happens. I think that's a reason his mark has been so silent. He's working a deal with the Yankees. And remember, he on his own cut his hair and shaved. Keep that one in mind, guys. Losing weight by Stanton won't help. As he is fit now, he has to figure out why he can't run at his age. He's not 74. He's only, 35, I want to say, for Stanton now? Let me check that one.
Let's see.
34.
Jacob says, anyone believe that Sasaki is going to follow Yamamoto?
Not this year. It'll be next year if he is posted. But getting back to Stanton, he's 34, and he could actually slim down a little bit and not hurt him. The one I think is going to really hurt is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., lost 60 pounds. I think he's going to lose a lot of power and not be a very good hitter in 2024.
See, that's going to be a mistake for Vlad Jr. because he's naturally a big boy.
Yeah, look at his dad. His dad was not skinny either. He was naturally big. So that's in that family. So it's going to hurt him. But Stanton, I think, could slim
Vlad
down.
Sr. has always been fit, though.
Yeah, he was big but fit. But with Stanton, he could slim down a little bit and be a lot better. I think Stanton's going to have a monster year. He wants to prove a point, and he is pissed. I think he'll have a great 2024.
Gio says we should trade for Class A.
Yeah, I do not think Class A gets traded. Based off what Rosenthal Passan said yesterday, they both said the price tag is so high, they guess only the top 2 farm systems in the game could get him. Yankees farm system, I think it's 15th now after the last trade. Fell from like 8th to 15th. Jacob Petruzzi, one of our admins. If we get Yamamoto, do we still trade Gleyber Torres, or should we keep him? The White Sox are asking for Torres in the trade talks around Dylan Cease right now. So, and the Marlins are as well. The Yankees are in talks with the Marlins on pitching. I think Torres gets traded myself because that clears the money for your second starter, whoever it is. But I don't think Yamamoto affects Torres at all. I think it'll be a completely different thing in the end. So at least
what scares me about Torres, though, he could become a Yankee killer, though.
Yes.
Especially if he somehow winds up a Red Sox.
I don't foresee that happening.
When he's a free agent, though.
But yeah, I think Torres wants the Marlins because he's kind of Caribbean Islander. So I think he'd love to get down to Miami where he could be closer to home. Willie Nicholson, if Torres or Soto leaves the Yankees after 1 year, I think Spencer Jones will be the next New York Yankee left fielder. Jones is going to debut in 2024 no matter what. Got a 6'7"
and he's working with Judge's hitting coach, right?
Yes. And I think he's going to break out big time and be up by May. And he could take over center field. He can play all three outfield spots at first base. He is not really going to be affected, and Soto's not going anywhere. Hal is not letting Soto get away. I can tell you right now. I would do Torres for a guy like Devin Williams. Jacob Petruzzi said that's actually possible. The Brewers are listening to trade talks around Williams, and they love Torres. So that was possible. The Mac Miles Stanton just needs a whole new way of calisthenics. Yes, that would be a good thing for him to do. Yes. I love Torres. Yes. Let's see. Jacob Petruzzi. Man, Yamamoto and Cease would be nuts. That would be awesome. Because you set that as your top 4 in the rotation. You don't care who number 5 is. So you got 4 aces, basically, especially if Rodon can get going again. Gio LV, if we could wave magic wand and choose a Yankee manager, who would you choose? I'd go Gardy. I don't think Rick Garner would actually be that good of a manager. Myself. He'd be okay, but I don't think he'd be all that good. If it were up to me, it'd be Don Mattingly. Get some Yankee nostalgia in there. A guy that's a little bit hard-nosed, does not like all the metrics and all of that. So,
here's something random, too, right? Let's say the Yankees don't get another Japanese star, because Yamamoto has been requesting that. Can you see somebody like Hideki Matsui becoming a first base coach, third base coach, or a coach on the Yankees overall to fill that void?
Somewhat.
So, Jacob says, I think Hal wants Peraza Volpe in the middle.
Yeah, I do too. I put Peraza at shortstop because Volpe makes more sense at second base. But I kind of agree with that. That's why I do think Torres will be traded. But yeah.
BJ Blitz says, what are the odds of a Rizzo bounce back if you had to bet?
I'm putting it, and I've had suffered major concussions, by the way. But that scar right there is, as you can see it.
Zoom into that scar so people can see
right there. That scar. It comes down and then crosses. I smashed into a fence post, knocked myself out in 7.5 minutes. I know concussion.
And you wrote a New York Times bestseller book.
It's on Amazon Kindle.
What's it called again?
My Concussion Story. If you want to go read my book, I tell about it. I tell about the ramifications, how long it took to recover. Based off this knowledge and concussions, I put about 75% until I'm actually seeing Anthony Rizzo play in April. And I could tell all along the 2 months he tried to play after that, something wasn't right with his head. Just the way he was moving, everything. He was stiff in the batter's box. You can't be stiff in the batter's box. You'll never hit.
Or maybe, Adam, you never know. Maybe it's a hangover. Maybe the guy likes to party. You never know.
That would actually fit what we saw, where he's a little off kilter. His balance center was off. So I'd give it about 75% to actually see him play. Willie Nicholson, I hope after next year the New York Yankees can DF Stanton. I think he means trade him. If Stanton has a good year next year, I think the Angels or Dodgers might start going aggressive after him.
I mean, if he has a great year, I'll keep him.
But I think the Yankees are going to keep him to the end of his contract, then he'll retire myself. Big story with Stanton is if he gets to 500 home runs, he'll be the next one in baseball to 500 home runs. So keep that in mind. Dennis Brees, do you think Yamo gets from the Yankees if he signs with them? The rumor right now is right around $30 million a year and it's 28 to 30 million a year for 8 to 10 years. I think it ends up 10 years, about 288 million myself, and then with posting, it would not quite get to Cole. Remember, Cole's is going to end up a 10-year, $360 million deal, so it's bigger than people think.
Yeah, he's gonna pull A-Rod when A-Rod opted out, and then he got that big contract.
If Cole opts out, the Yankees just add the 10th year and his opt-out goes poof. Keep that in mind. Does Boone stay as manager no matter what happens next year with the team? No.
He's on the hot seat. They already got a replacement as the bench coach.
His bench coach is a former Tigers manager who won a division title in a series in the postseason with the Tigers. Brad Osmus. Boone's seat could not be hotter.
Welcome.
He does anything, and that seat's getting really, really hot.
Boone, it's time to put on your big boy pants. We all know your facade is fake. We all know you're pretending. It's time for the real Aaron Boone to come out. It's time for the Aaron Boone whose bloodline is baseball, granddaddy, father, brother.
Yep.
It's time to stop playing around. It's time to not care what people think. It's time to be real. This is why we don't hate you, Boone. We actually want you to be realer because we all know your facade is fake. If you come out there and be yourself, great things are going to happen.
Even Brett Boone was calling him out on this. That's his brother plays second base for the Mariners, one of the better second basemen all time. He'd been calling him out saying he's not assertive enough and stuff. And by the way, the catcher the Yankees signed with that international pool money, they got $1.5 million, used $450,000 of it on Justin Capellan. And that was Billy McKinney. They traded to get the $1.5 million in whatever that was, an international signing pool. So, and Billy McKinney will be playing for the Pirates in the bigs.
Moses says, I would like Andy Pettitte as a bench coach.
Andy Pettitte is one of the pitching coaches, so he is on the bench. I think he's an assistant pitching coach right now, so Andy Pettitte is there. So,
and by the way, let's talk about the Yankees' beer policy, right? I see a whole bunch of people complaining, oh, players don't sign with the Yankees because of their shaving policy or whatever. Shut the hell up. If you were Derek Jeter, Mariano Rivera, and came out and said, you know what, the Yankees should get rid of that rule, then people will probably say, okay, we agree. But that rule is one of the only lasting things that we have of George Steinbrenner. Understand what I'm saying? And we have to respect that. So get the hell out of here saying, grow your beard or whatever. Shut up. Win a couple of World Series championships with the Yankees, then maybe you have some say.
Yeah. And the other thing people don't realize about that, George Steinbrenner, when he put the Yankees into a trust controlled by his family, wrote in there they cannot lift the beard band. So it cannot be removed. So, is Nestor Cortez going to be traded? Yamamoto comes to the New York Yankees. I don't think so. They'd have to acquire two pitchers really to would probably trade him. So they trade for Cease, then Cortez could be going the other way. But it's going to take adding two pitchers so they consider trading Cortez or Schmidt. They've had, let's see, Dennis Brees, they had that for $500,000. Lost today, I heard. Not sure what you're talking about there. No names on the back of uniforms is good. That's a great one. I like seeing the no names on the back of uniforms. Now, by the way, it's high school sports. It's actually illegal to have names on the back of uniforms. Illegal to have anything back to but your school name or school mascot. So,
and for people that don't know, Adam King is an umpire.
I umpire, officiate, and referee for 5 different high school sports all the time. We're in kind of a dead period till next year. The Braves have released Matt Carpenter. Padres traded him to the Braves. They just released him. Atlanta eats $4 million of that. So if anybody signs him, it's like $1.5 million. It's all they'll pay him for 2024. So we'll see if Matt Carpenter
Frank, welcome to the chat. Yamamoto, he will decide by this weekend, my prediction.
Yeah, I think everybody agrees with that one. So, it was 12 hours ago, so we're talking about 9:30 last night when Ken Rosa put his article out and mentioned the Yankees are going after pitching no matter what happens with Yamamoto. And he said the Yankees are the favorite for Hader. They're talking to Snell. They're talking to Managa. They're in trade talks with Dylan Cease and are the believed leader. So that is interesting that the Braves just released Matt Carpenter. I don't know what the Braves are doing this offseason. Do the Yankees go after Matt Carpenter? They loved him when he was here. Danny Ordono, I could see Carpenter up on. I cannot see it behind the heart. The cheap Rays. I don't think so. Carpenter wants a title. He's going to want to go to somewhere he feels Carpenter wants a title. So I don't think he'll consider the Rays, but who knows where he goes? Could he retire? Remember, he's almost 40. Being released by the Braves, a title contender. And he's 38, so he's my age and Felix's age. Yeah, you could see him retire. I don't know why he was listed at third base with the Braves. That's a little weird. But he loved being a Yankee, so we'll see. We'll see.
No, I think he was just like a one-hit wonder, though, with the Yankees.
Well, I think they fixed his swing when he went back to the Padres. It broke again, and I don't know if you can fix it again. Yeah, Dennis said surprise move by the Braves. Yeah, a little bit of surprise maybe even trading for him, let alone releasing him. So let's see.
What's your prediction? How many years the Yankees going to give Yamamoto?
I'm going to guess it'll end up around 12 years just to lower the AAV. Remember, he's only 25, so Hal will do more than he would for like a 30-year-old. Keep that in mind.
But let's say the Yankees pull what the Dodgers did with Ohtani, deferred money.
I don't think Yamamoto would do that. Just an educated guess.
Yeah,
I just don't think so.
If the Yankees would do that, people would complain, right? The Dodgers.
Yeah, there would be complaints when I'm not sure the MLB would even allow it. Okay, Robert Murray just dropped something. Let me check this. What Robert Murray's saying? Oh, it's just Matt Carpenter releasing. Okay. And everybody's kind of laughing out. We're trying to figure out why did the Braves trade for him just to release him and eat $4 million for no reason at all. I would at least put him on the trade market, try to dump that money. Or some of it.
By the way, folks, I'm just looking at MLB Insider, seeing what they're saying.
Yeah, we're keeping tracks in case anything pops out. We know the Yankees are deep enough in talks. They could complete a move today. Could be Hader, could be a C-Straight, could be Yamamoto, any of them.
If the Yankees trade for Cease, they're out on Yamamoto or what?
No. Cease doesn't make enough to put him out on Yamamoto. It would be more of a strategy saying we don't have to get you now. What's the total payroll for the Dodgers if they should sign Yamamoto from Joseph Kanagwai? It would go over $300 million. Be about $315 million. They're already about $270. So if they signed him, it would skyrocket up. Then you add in the electric tax, it's going to be somewhere around $315, $325 million. If money's deferred in a Yankees contract, I would think it would be Soto's. I would agree, and I think Soto would do it if it's a 13-plus year deal. One drink too many by Atlanta. Yeah, the Braves could be drunk, especially Alex Anthopoulos, the way they're moving right now. By the way, in big college football news, the BYU Cougars have flipped a player away from the Texas Longhorns, a defensive lineman. Danny Sully. He's flipped from Texas to BYU, so that's a weird one. Okay, what's this one? Everybody's wondering why Matt Carpenter just released it. That's kind of funny. 3 days after taking it from the Padres, they planned to trade Carpenter, but didn't. The Braves did get $1.5 million to cover part of that, so they're not eating as much as you think. Okay, that's why they released him. Okay, I still don't get it. I still don't get that.
Danny says, I think Yankees should trade for Cease. See,
I would
push
agree.
the buttons for Yamamoto to sign already.
I agree. I'd get both of them if I could. Lewis Brinson spent the last season playing with the Yomiuri Giants and has had plenty of experience against Yamamoto. His advice to opposing batters, good luck. Okay, I guess he's got good stuff. By the way, Chris Bassett starting to push to get Mike Trout traded from the Angels to the Phillies. So we'll see if that he won't be traded stuff is all talk or if that was real by the Angels. Remember, today is December 18th. Yamamoto's favorite player wears 18. He wears 18. Does he sign today? Kind of as a nod to Tanaka.
Interesting.
That's something I'm wondering if he'll announce he's joining the Yankees today or something. There's a nod to Tanaka there.
Why do you think he's a huge Tanaka fan? Do they come from the same area of Japan or what?
They played at the same high school, and he's all just he watched him with the Yankees and idolized him. So
Then he says, if the Yankees are all in, I think we should make sure we keep Glaber.
the thing is, he's demanding now for an extension at least $20 million a year. Hal's not doing that. That's the issue there. Joe Will not counting him out, but I don't see Yamamoto going to LA. If he was going to go to the Dodgers, I think it'd be done already. That's what I'm going to say. And he's not considering the Angels at all, so I agree. I think he's going to the Yankees. And that's Yamamoto, by the way. See, do you think Trout wants to move out from LA? He's from Philadelphia, so yes, I do believe he wants to get back to Philly. And if he could play for his hometown Phillies, I think that's what he wants to do.
Trout wants out. I saw a stat that he's tied with Andy Pettitte for the, what did he get? Like one hit or one home run or something like that in the playoffs? He's tied with Andy Pettitte in something.
Yeah, Andy Pettitte has what? I think 2 RBIs a postseason to Trout's 1.
Yeah. Wow.
Andy Pettitte has more RBIs a postseason than Mike Trout.
Arte Moreno, take Trout out of his misery. Trade the man. Trade him to Philadelphia. And the Mets might be a sleeper for him, too, by the way.
I don't think he wants to be a Met, and he controls with the no-trade clause, and he has 10-5 bird rights, so I don't see that. The number 18 jersey waiting for you, Yamamoto. Yeah, and the Mets are retiring number 18 for Darryl Strawberry. They don't have number 18. And if I'm right, the Dodgers don't have number 18 available either, so... Oh, here's a funny one. The Padres will pay Hosmer and Carpenter $13.7 million next season to not play for them. Roughly costs the Dodgers are playing Ohtani for the next 6.5 season. That is kind of funny. It's a lot of money paying for no reason at all. By the way, I think we'll all laugh at this one. Josh Donaldson is no free agent market at all. Nobody's even talking to him. I think we all predicted that one.
Washed Donaldson. But the thing that amazes me is Tim Anderson, his market, though.
Yeah, I don't know why nobody's talking to him. He could probably still put up a productive season for somebody. He's only 30. A little bit weird. Just keeping an eye out. If anything pops out that we want to talk about, I'm not saying much of anything. Oh, this idiot. This has to be a Dodgers fan. Yeah, it is. If Yamamoto goes to New York, he'll be second fiddle to Cole in the rotation. That's all they do is mope about Aaron Rodgers. That's why I think he chooses Dodgers, because he has a chance to be the ace of the staff for the next decade. Oh, my goodness. Dodgers fans are drunk. The Dodgers fan literally tweeted that out.
Where do you see that at?
I'm looking at that tweet. I'm going to quote tweet this and shoot back at him. Let's see.
But Dodgers fans are not as bad as other fan bases, though. They could actually have smart conversations.
Yeah,
The really bad fans are Blue Jays fans. Something's wrong with them.
Yeah, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Rays. There's a group of them.
No, actually, Red Sox fans are not that bad. I'm talking about online, on the internet.
Yeah. Astros fans are among the worst with the Mets and others.
No, they're actually good. They got a good fan base, Astros. The worst ones I've seen, Blue Jays.
I just quote tweeted that. Dodgers fans are drunk right now, thinking they can get Yamamoto. And no, Yamamoto not be the ace of the Dodgers staff. And pitching with Cole would actually be more attractive than anything. And by the way, per Mark Feinsand, the White Sox are now expected to trade Dylan Cease, and he said the Yankees are the favorite right now. So it's looking like the Yankees could grab Cease whether they get Yamamoto or not. And if they collect Torres in that trade, the payroll goes nowhere. Because Torres is going to get paid a lot more than Cease will. I'm going to check Cease's contract. No, not the right website. Oh, I didn't spell it right. Hope I spelled it right. There we are. So Dylan Cease is in arbitration and only expected to get about $8 million. Torres is expected to get $15 to $18 million. So you can actually lower your payroll by trading for Cease. You throw Torres at it. Keep that in mind. Personally, I think Trout is not a fan of Ohtani. I actually agree. I actually agree with that one. I agree with you, Dennis.
Who would
I don't think.
who would be a fan of Otani? Did you see what this guy said and did this offseason?
Yeah.
Did you guys all hear the nickname I gave him? Princess Otani? This guy was going around freaking, I don't know, man. He was going around thinking he was like freaking Brad Pitt or something.
Yeah, it was a clown show, and Yamamoto, he's getting there, but I think he'll do something this week. I think he just wanted to use his 45 days as much as he could. So,
By the way, if you're in here again, snap a like. If you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe.
oh yeah, Mark Feinstein saying he'll be traded and naming the Yankees. That's significant. So, just keeping an eye out. Let's come back here. What would you think an actual package for Cease would be? Danny, I would guess something on the lines of Everson Pereira. They need outfielders there. They have two in Roberts and what's he got? Eloy Jimenez, but one is going to have DH. They've got two open outfield spots. So Pereira, Torres, and a pitcher like either Schmidt or Cortez. Now I would lean towards Cortez. And that would probably get him quickly. And yes, Dennis, Otani was very arrogant, more than I've ever seen a baseball player be.
Yeah.
45 days to spend on team's dime, a little vacay for him. Yeah, Danny, you're probably right. He's probably taking advantage of it. But I think he's tired of it now and wants it done by Christmas. And I think in the next few days we'll see the Yankees deal pop out.
So, by the way, the history of Japan, they celebrate Christmas there, right?
I believe they do.
So what's the history there, if you know? If somebody in the chat.
Yeah. Okay, got this. Christmas in Japan has come in and out of favor over the centuries. While they first found its way to the islands when Christianity was introduced in 1549, however, 1614 it was banned by the shogunate along with other Christian traditions. So it's kind of an in and out thing, but it is more in now than it has been.
Hey, I didn't know that.
They do celebrate it there, and yeah. By the way, I follow.
Says I'm down for Cease.
Yeah, I would be down for Cease as well. Even if they get Yamamoto, I still trade for him. So Torres at it to lower the payroll, even though you get him. But I follow a Blue Jays reporter. It's actually hilarious to follow. He makes the funniest jokes.
No, Canadians are hilarious.
Yeah, he was actually calling Jays fans out for thinking they could get Soto. It is very silent on the baseball world. We haven't seen a move since Saturday. It's a little weird. Thought we'd seen more.
Yeah, after Otani signed, everything calmed down.
Everybody thought it would blow up, and it hasn't. And we're trying to get to the point of the offseason where a lot of these players wouldn't have time to sign. I think we got, 7 weeks before the pit or catchers have to report. So we're starting to get down to it. Dennis, I hate the Blue Jays. I don't like them. I think they are overblown right now, and they are nowhere near as good as they're made out to be. And if you watch Bo Bichette and Vlad Jr., their strike zones are tiny. They should be a lot bigger. So
listen, Yankees fans never hated Blue Jays fans until Vlad Jr. showed up. Like, we never had a rivalry or something like that. It was never some negative energy. But once Vlad started talking crap, that's when you saw the back and forths.
Yeah. And mark my words, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to have a down year after losing all that weight. And if you look at him, it didn't look that good. So,
by the way, Dennis, shout out to Canadians. We love Canadians.
Canadians are fun.
Blue Jays fans are kind of crazy, though.
One of my favorite video gamers to follow on YouTube here is called Civ Ryan. He's Canadian, and he makes the funniest jokes, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, Canadians are freaking
oh my goodness
funny people.
I'm going to retweet this. You might want to put it on screen.
All right.
It's Nestor Cortez and Yamamoto. I can't really explain it. Put it on screen. I just retweeted it on At the King source.
Okay.
That makes me laugh hysterically.
1 second.
That is hilarious. Oh my
Bam.
gosh. Wow.
Isn't that kind of...
That is
we,
hilarious.
we might get canceled now.
Dennis says, I hate TV announcers for the Blue Jays. They are the most biased idiots ever. And the one used to work at ESPN and announce games for ESPN. He'd be national announcer. Then he went to the Blue Jays. Blue Jays announcers are the most annoying ever. That's a funny picture. I have to say, I kind of expected somebody to do that. Because they call Cortez Mario, then you get Yoshi with the other pitcher. Goodness. And I question Cortez. I need to see him go to 180 innings. So... And more rumblings on the Yankees and Hader. By the way, go to SNY TV, at SNY TV, to see the picture of Yamamoto with Joel Wolf. You see Joel Wolf there.
Go to SNY, you said?
At SNY TV. They retweeted it. It was 11 hours ago, so you might have to scroll a little bit. But you can see that picture flying back to L.A. He's back in L.A. now. They left yesterday about 9 p.m. So...
Here's something I never understood, right? There's a lot of Japanese players that prefer to stay on the West Coast.
Yes, there are.
Common sense that once you're in America, you're going to have a lot of trips not on the West Coast?
Execution.
Yes.
So I never understood that. But what are they waiting for? Like to have a 3-day vacation and take a flight to Japan?
I don't know.
By the way, thank you for subscribing. The
to
sub count is not that accurate, but thank you.
Subscribes.
So let's put this picture up of Yamamoto.
By the way, on my trip, when I was coming back, I spent about 5 hours in a car with the one girl, just the two of us. It was a lot of fun just talking and having fun on that trip, drive back.
Excellent. Hopefully you get married soon and have little Adam King babies.
That would be a lot of fun. 101 days till MLB opening day, if you're wondering about that one. It's absolutely amazing me the level of cope and insecurity Mets fans have the second they see Yankees and Moto in the same tweet. That was by Chris, put that out on Twitter. Yeah, I've seen a lot of Mets fans that way. They're not that way generally, but there's a lot that are that way.
Poor Mets fans. They're the bastard childs of the Giants and the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And by the way, Dodger Stadium, that stadium was like, yeah, you couldn't make it in New York. So, yeah. Here's the stadium.
And Mets got used big time by the Padres and the Soto talks, and then by Ohtani's camp against the Dodgers. So I do feel for Mets fans. By the way, I don't put any stake into Bryce Harper talking to Yamamoto about FaceTime. Tanaka did the same thing. Every team's having players do it. I don't think that really sways him all that much. Just saw a picture of a guy pouring gas into the seat hole that post on the seat goes into. I'm not sure how you're doing that on his bicycle, by the way. Interesting.
By the way, if you're watching this on NYYNEWS or NYYNEWS.com, just click the button and it'll bring you directly to the YouTube app.
Yep.
If you're in here, again, share this. Get everybody in here. There's a couple of content creators live right now.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll get more people in this chat.
If you ever driven in fog, it's not fun. We hit fog about an hour on the drive home Friday. We had like 50 feet visibility. That was kind of fun.
So, Hader, when do you see a potential Hader signing?
Anytime now. The Yankees have an offer to him. They're pushing on it. I think the Yankees' focus is Yamamoto, but I could actually see Hader any time now.
Well, what's the contract going to look like?
I think because his market crashed and the Rangers backed out,
Jace, what's up? Welcome.
it's going to be a little smaller than everybody's expecting. I'm expecting something like 5 years, 75 million. There might be a few bonuses in there, but it's going to be smaller than people were expecting. Even Boris admitted the market didn't develop the way he expected on that one. And Dennis, again, I hate having listened to Toronto announcers when playing the Yankees. I hate the Toronto announcers. They are the biased hacks. Red Sox announcers, too. I hate tuning into NESN or the Canadian networks to watch Yankees games. They're too biased. Too biased. Why is it so dead? Nothing is coming out baseball-wise. On my King Source Twitter, I have followed and notification alerted on all the big reporters. So if something comes out, I get an alert. And I'm not seeing anything right now. Excuse me.
So, chat, just give us your predictions. When does Yamamoto sign? What team does he sign with?
Yeah.
How many years does he get? How many millions per season does he get? Leave it in the comment section.
Keep in mind, William, the Yankees can't even talk to Don Mattingly without the Blue Jays' permission right now. He's their bench coach. And I think it'd be fun to see him as manager. I think it'd be better than Boone, but yeah, I don't think it happens. Myself.
But I think the Yankees are, kind of wary of Mattingly with his history not winning championships.
Yeah.
So there's like some superstition going on with him.
Yeah, he managed bad teams with the Dodgers at a bad team. 9 years, $304 million. I think that's higher than what he'll get unless you're including the posting fees. You include the posting fees, yeah, I think you're right on. Nothing past 12 hours. Yeah, it's been dead the past 12 hours since Rosenthal put that article out. Not been much of anything. Codify top 20 career pitching WAR leaders. Roger Clemens, 136.2. Greg Maddux, 110.75. Randy Johnson, 107. Top two. Two of the top three pitch for the Yankees. Burt Blyleven, 99.5. Tom Seaver, 99.25. Gaylord Perry, I think that was another Yankee, 96.55. Nolan Ryan, 95.15. How's the all-time strikeout leader with over 2,000 strikeouts? Getting almost 6,000. Not higher. That's interesting. Steve Carlton, 90.3. Another Yankee, and Phil Necro, 87.55. Then Pedro, 85.25. Bob Gibson, I think it's another Yankee, 82. Mike, we've seen another Yankee, 82. Verlander, 81.35. That'll go up a little bit. Warren Spahn, 81.3. Fergie Jenkins, 81.15. Kurt Schilling, 80.15. Robin Roberts, 78.8. Don Sutton, 76.9. Kershaw is only 76.45. And Max Scherzer, 73.25. Wow.
So Danny says really like the 9 for $304 million.
Yeah, that includes the posting fees. If it includes posting fees, I think he's on, but I think it's too high if it doesn't. And I really think he's going to get 10 years. It might be formatted like Cole with that 10th-year option, but yeah.
Derek says Yankees, $310 million, 11 years.
Maybe. That one actually makes sense.
I mean, he is young. He is young.
Yeah, he's 25, so I can see the Yankees going as far as 13 years realistically. I don't think Hal wants to go past that like age 39, 40 seasons, but yeah. Everybody's demanding the Yankees bring Matt Carpenter back. The Yankees have an open bench spot. I'll say that, and they don't know what they're going to do with it. Because right now it's Cabrera, Peraza.
Me personally, I will pass on that.
Grisham and Wells are the bench. So I wouldn't mind it, but I think it'd be better for him to retire.
No, Josh Donaldson needs to retire.
Yeah, Donaldson for sure needs to retire.
Les, what's up, Les? Says Corbin Burns needs to be acquired regardless of Yamamoto outcome.
Corbin Burns' price tag is so high, it's ridiculous right now. I think they said they want 3 top 5 prospects from any team for him. That's a ridiculously high price tag right now.
What's up, William? William, the Mexico. My fault if I mispronounced that. Boone didn't believe in the ghost of the ghost. Let me see if I'm reading this correctly because I'm reading it through the chat.
Yeah.
William says Boone didn't believe in the ghost of the old stadium when he hit the home run to win the playoffs.
I've heard that. I don't really know, and I don't think anybody's even asked Byrne. 10 years because Cole will get 10. Cole was 28 when he signed. Keep that in mind. You can't really compare that because Cole was 28, Yamamoto's 25. So that's why I say I could see him go 13, only because Cole's 3 years older. And by the way, the draw of Cole being a Cy Young winner, that's actually really helping the Yankees here.
Why?
Because Yamamoto has awards and he would love to pitch with an award winner. So, and by the way, Soto is pushing the Yankees to get both Snell and Hader. So they've got a little help there.
William says, I think Yamamoto will be making his decision by midweek.
Yes. I'm saying, I think it might be by Wednesday is what I'm predicting. And Joe's McFly, by the way, hurt his back. He said, I locked up my lower back. It hurts.
What?
Joe's McFly threw out his back.
Jesus, where did he say that?
He tweeted it out.
Shout out to Joe's McFly.
Get better, man. Get better. We don't want to get being hurt. We don't want anybody being hurt. And I know back pain has been 2 cars that should have killed me. I could throw my back out. I did just about a month and a half ago. And here's Mittens. She's making her appearance.
Oh, there we go. Let's put that on the big screen.
And my tuxedo tabby.
Nice. Hello, Mittens.
Oh,
Brian, what's up? Brian Perez says Yamamoto doesn't want to be second with Cole. Brian says with the Dodgers, he will be the ace and have Ohtani hit bombs for him. You know,
yeah,
might be right.
I'm going to make this prediction. Red Sox fans are going to hate Soto with the Yankees and Yamamoto with the Yankees. They're going to dominate the Red Sox. Yeah.
Brian says Yama Ohtani. I think YamaSoto sounds better, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
But whatever, as long as you're a baseball fan, we don't care. Bring any sports fans team in here. We don't care.
Yamamoto will not be the ace with the Dodgers. It's still going to be Miller and Buehler. Even Ohtani will be ahead of him in that rotation if he gets back to pitching.
Then he says your final predictions of the rest of the Yankees offseason.
I think the Yankees signed 2 of the top relievers on the market based off Ken Rosenthal's article last night and they had 2 more starters. And they'll sit with that unless like a Bellinger falls in their lap. The Yankees are always open to player falling in their lap out of nowhere. And I will not rule Snell out. I will not rule Yamamoto out. I will not rule Cease out. I will not rule Managa out. But I think the Yankees have 2 more starters, good starters, and 2 back-end relievers. I think Hader will be 1. Then we could see Yuki Matsui or Jordan Hicks. Oswaldo Cabrera is not a flop with the Yankees yet, Dennis. He needs to hit again, but he's only been up for about 18 months, so I can't call him a flop yet. Now, he flat out raked in 2022. So, just speaking of officiating, I just got a bulletin on it, so see what we have here. Oh, I might be getting scheduled for another tournament at Skyline High.
Chad, who do you want to see the Yankees get? We know we've been talking about Yamamoto, but who else you guys want?
Personally, I would want Hader and Hicks. I think they'd be the good ones of the bullpen. And then trade for Cease, sign Yamamoto, and then also grab Managa and have a second lefty in there unless you really trust Cortez. I mean, really trust Cortez. Just asking my boss in officiating if I'm in the Skyline tournament. He just emailed me about. So I'd like to know now. It's the 27th, so it'd be nice to know now over a week ahead of time.
Then it says Hader, Hicks.
Yeah, and make sure when you say Hicks, you keep Jordan in there so nobody confuses it for the Baltimore Orioles outfielder. We're done with Hicks. He's never been Yankee again.
And you said something about Aaron Judge having to do something with that?
Not 100% sure what you mean there. I know Judge was demanding Soto. He flat out demanded Soto. He's pushing for an extension. And by the way, Garrett Cole wants Hader. I've confirmed that. And they have the same agent, so he knows who to call. But he wants Hader. He wants a real closer back there and depth back there with Holmes. Here's a question for y'all. Who saw the Royals being the number 3 winner of the offseason? The Royals. They're third behind the Yankees and Dodgers, respectively, right now. Oh, hush up. I would not be surprised, but I think if you add another hitter, even if it's something like Carpenter, just because they still have that bench to figure out. And they've got to get rid of some outfielders. They got 6 outfielders on the MLB roster right now. That's too many. Pereira could be sent to AAA. I don't think they do that. I think they trade him. But Florial, they can't. He's got no options left, so he's probably a trade bait. There's a lot of teams interested in him.
I appreciate it, Gio. Joel says, Royals have made some solid moves. I agree. Gio says, thank you for the super chat. Says, just a thank you for the work you guys put in. I appreciate that, Gio.
Yeah.
I'm going to save that so when I go to Las Vegas, I'm actually going to bring Adam King out there.
I visited Vegas once. I was like 10 months old. And thanks Gio for the $10.
Execution.
Yep. We try to get you the news as fast as we can. Now, the Royals have made some solid moves. They're probably the favorite in the Central right now with how weak that division is.
Yeah, that division is weak.
They could win 85 games.
It's going to get weaker, too, when Bieber's traded and maybe Ramirez. People have been throwing that name out, Ramirez.
Both Rosal and Passan said there's no chance Jose Ramirez gets moved. He's going to stay the face of that franchise. I kind of agree with that.
Then it says, in catchers, too many on the Yankees. Any insiders tweeted anything yet?
Let me do another check. I've got something from Dodgers guys. Yeah, Tyler Glasnow said he grew up a Dodgers fan and is excited to be a Dodger.
Who wrote that so I could put it on screen?
It is Dodger Blue at Dodger Blue 1958. I'll retweet it. And there we go. Fabian Ardea, Tyler Glasnow said feels there's plenty of similarities between the Rays and Dodgers. Guess the only difference, he said, Dodgers have a lot more money. Yeah, like 10 times the money.
Or they might know something that we don't know. Maybe the world's going to end by the time they fulfill Ohtani's contract.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? It's coming. I'm not a prophet. Can't tell you the future. Yeah, Dodgers Nation tweeted that out as well. So I guess Glasnow's happy to be out of Tampa.
I mean, he's burned. Isn't he like damaged goods?
Yes, he blew out his elbow and targeted Tommy John, had a hip injury.
Mike Rocky Joel said, let me see. D says, why was the second meeting with the Yankees rushed? Because he was, I guess he had a flight to take?
Yeah.
Because originally he met with Steve Cohen.
Yeah, he called the Yankees yesterday afternoon, like at 1 p.m. and said, can I come over and meet with you? And caught the Yankees off guard, so they had to rush to get everybody over there. So.
Joel says, oh, Soto recruiting Hader, so maybe Soto wants to stay longer.
Yes, exactly. He's recruiting Hader and Snell. And if the Yankees get Hader and Snell, they're two of his good friends. And they actually fit the Yankees very well. And with Snell, I only get him after Yamamoto, so you have two good righties, two good lefties, and that.
Jose Fernandez, what's up? He says, any news on Yamamoto? Where do you guys think he ends up?
I take it it's not the guy that died in a boat wreck. There's another guy that has the same name.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I so wish Jose Fernandez with the Yankees. He'd be pitching a perfect 1-2 punch with Cole right now. I think he ends up with the Yankees. I really think Yamamoto ends up with the Yankees.
D says Glasgow injury risk.
Oh, yeah. Glasnow, a major injury risk. Let's see this. He has not pitched 110 innings in the last several seasons. Pull up his stats.
And the sticky substance thing really hurt him. Bad.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Let's go innings pitched here. 120 last in 2023. His career high. He's not a deep innings guy, and only one other time to even break 100 was back in 2018. So,
by the way, he looks like the actor from Oppenheimer.
Yeah, major injury risk. I'm going to search Tyler Glasnow injuries and see if it can give me a list of injuries. Right there's one.
What's up, Gianna?
Man, he had, in just 2023, oblique, then cramping, and then a back injury. That tells me he threw his back out and never got back in place. And then twice elbow injuries in 2022 and 2021, and forearm in 2019. And forearm signals elbow. So major injury risk. That elbow's already been hurt several times. So yeah, major injury risk there. Welcome, Ruben. Reminded the stream to catch up to the line.
Ruben, what's up? How you doing?
Cortez pitched 158.13 innings in 2022. Adam King says he hasn't pitched 150 innings yet. Okay, great research there, Ruben. That might be the only time he has. Snell actually pitched 6 innings more than 5 in 2023. I think he averaged 6 1/3 innings. But yeah, he would only go 6 innings, and they would yank him a lot. I'll agree with that one. Yeah, great research, Ruben.
Ruben, the mastermind. De lo mío.
Yeah, Danny Ordona, I agree. Tyler used to be good, but he's made of glass now. Yeah. And yeah, pun intended there. If you heard that. Right at the end there, pun intended. I think Trent Grisham's the overlook. He'll play. Yeah, I think Grisham will be a lot better if the Yankees people think. I'm going to agree with that one. And Grisham lined out and flew out a lot of times, about 320 feet to right down the line, and about 350 out to right center. So he's going to get a lot of those actually going to get out or off the wall of Yankee Stadium. Oh, shut up, Mittens.
Do you see Verdugo cleanly shaven?
Yeah. He shaved. Everybody wanted to even shave. He just went and shaved. He doesn't care. I think he'll be a very good Yankee, like Nick Swisher-esque. Yeah. We'll see if the Yankees do the same they did with Swisher with him and signed him a 4-year extension. I doubt it with him, because Spencer Jones.
Tim Anderson was traded to the Dodgers and played... Let me see what Ruben says. Tim Anderson was traded to the Dodgers and played second base for them and basically could regain his swing with them. He is sitting, waiting for a call, basically, laughing out loud, and willing to play anywhere in the infield. Yeah. It's kind of strange, teams are...
if he signed with the Dodgers, he could probably be pretty productive with them.
Robert, what's up? Vass, what's up? Robert says the baseball size difference, in my honest opinion, is major injury risk to these Japanese pitchers coming to the USA Baseball. How many big-name Japanese pitchers have arm injuries?
Just about all of them. Even Tanaka, the greatest Japanese pitcher ever to pitch in the U.S., did. And if, what's his name? Yu Darvish pitches well a few more years, he might catch Tanaka. But even Yu Darvish has had several injuries. So, yeah, they all have. Even Kuroda had a few.
And Daisuke as well.
Yes. Daisuke Matsuzaka, he flat out flopped. He had so many injuries. By the way, Bobby Malone's prediction for Yamamoto his first year is 14-7, 175 innings, 175 Ks, and a 2.6 to 3.2 ERA. I could go with that.
Bass says, I don't understand. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, all Yamamoto weight is not that freaking hard. Pick a team at this point. I don't even care if he comes here.
At this point, I agree, because he's met with all the teams. I don't think there's any more he can learn. I think at this point he should just pick a team and start negotiating big time with them.
Charles says, how Steinbrenner must land Yamamoto and get it done.
He's trying. They had the meeting last night. They made another offer to him. They're trying.
Eugene Lopez says, do you think Ben Rice will get called up this year?
I think he'll get to AAA this year. I don't know if he'll make the MLB. I do think he will get called up, though. But it'll be to AAA. I don't think he'll make the MLB. I think MLB will be 2025. Ruben, Japanese pitchers, main injury. Yeah, if you look at all of them, it's always an arm injury. For whatever reason. Do you think Yamamoto's interested in the Mets because he met with them twice? I don't think it is.
It's a bargaining tactic. Nobody's going to sign with the Mets over the Yankees, man.
got to think about it. The Mets need 3 starters to get competitive. They've only added 1. So they add Yamamoto. They still need another starter. And even then, their bullpen's trash. One of the worst in the game.
After what Steve Cohen did last season, promising Verlander, Scherzer, the world, they bought apartments in NYC, then traded them away. Then he goes, oh, we're not going to do anything in 2024. We're going to rebuild. Now he's back into the free agent market. Like, this guy's weird. So, Jose Fernandez says, do you guys think Yamamoto is interested? I guess you answered that.
I think the Scherzer, Verlander, and DeGrom debacle, how DeGrom bolted from the Mets at first chance and then they had to trade the other 2, I think that has really hurt the Mets in free agency. Really hurt them. Does IKF come back? He could play super utility role? No. He's gone. He's got a 5-year offer for somebody. Might be the Dodgers. The Dodgers are offering him over $10 million a year. IKF is gone.
Vaz says, I'm excited about our farm system. We have such great arms down there. And by the way, you guys are great together. Yeah, for sure.
Thanks.
Adam King is hilarious. I love having Adam King on.
I think the Yankees farm system's a lot better people think, especially hitter-wise. Yankees got a lot of good bats down there. Especially the new catcher they just added. It's true, but I read somewhere Verdugo could be flipped for Bellinger. If the Bellinger found the Yankees laps, I could see Verdugo getting flipped. And notice they haven't announced him yet. Got any pressure with him yet.
Rikia Chanel says, Mets fans equal how will Yankees pay Yamamoto with contract of Cole, Judge, Soto, Red Sox? Fans equal we will get Yamamoto. I'm guessing the Mets or something.
Yeah. Bear in mind, within 2 years, over $100 million is falling off the Yankees' books. So they could load up this year, just let money fall off the next year, even if they sign Murakami and Sasaki as expected. Lost credibility by doing it with the Mets. Yes, Danny, he did. But the 3-ace debacle, that cost Cohen a lot. It might take him 5 years to get it back and everything. And Dennis beat the girls where Yamo goes, the Yankees have to recognize Hal is trying the best he can for the Yankees and their fans. I agree with that, actually. Getting Soto is a great show of faith. Extending Soto will be another one. Getting some pitching, even if they miss on Yamamoto, if they trade for Cease, sign Snell. That is showing the Yankees fans, yes, I'm willing to get a title again. Eugene Lopez. What will the Yankees do with Warren since he's the best farm pitcher for the Yankees? That's Will Warren, not Adam Warren. Adam Warren, I think, is retired. He was with the Jays, but I think he retired. That's Will Warren. I think he's in the bullpen and has a role in the bullpen this year. So I suspect the Mets will get YY, though. No, they're not. I don't think there goes to a chance of it. Okay, he's good friends with Senga, but I don't think they get him. Joe, I agree, but the team I most hate is the Astros. As long as you don't go there, don't care. Soto is the big catch. Yes. I think
Space Cowboy says, I suspect the Mets will get Yamamoto, though.
I don't think so. I think he goes to the Yankees. I think he's already picked the Yankees. But yeah, Vaz, everybody can hate the Astros, so all the cheaters are gone. And they still have half those cheaters there, so. Let's see. Joe, for real, Vaz, good thing he's definitely not going to Houston. Yeah.
Then he says they haven't even announced a person for Grissom or Verdugo for sure.
Yeah.
Because
they haven't even announced their numbers. Wonder what's going on there. Gives the Yankees perfect negotiating standpoint on Bellinger, though. They don't need him. They can just sit tight.
Joe Wells says, off topic, but do you guys think that Houston is going to trade Valdez?
I don't. I don't think there's any ghost of chance they trade Framber Valdez. Tyler Glasnow will well number 31 with the Dodgers. So there's that announcement. Tyler Glasnow himself said he'll wear number 31 with the Dodgers. Is that the same number you have at the Rays? Oh, John Heyman just tweeted something. Let's check this out. See what John Heyman has to tell us. Yamamoto Derby gets more interesting with his trip east to meet again with the Mets than the Yankees. Okay, he's just talking about that. And he shared an article. And he says that they're expecting it to wind it down now. So even Heyman's now agreeing that we're at the end of the Yamamoto sweepstakes. Let's see here.
Yamamoto Derby gets more interesting with his trip East to meet again with Mets, then Yankees.
Senga can also opt out of his contract after the 2025 season. Keep that in mind.
That says,
The one pitcher the Mets have signed was Severino. That's not very encouraging.
That says, like Yamamoto taking a selfie on a plane. Like, I don't care about your damn selfie. Just pick a team. Not that hard.
I think everybody's at the point. Pick a team now. We know he's met with everybody. There's probably nothing else he can learn. I think we're at the point, yeah, he needs to just pick a team.
Space Cowboy says Soto is Boras' guy, and Boras will let him hit free agency. Then the Mets will come into play again. I don't know, man. That thing he did with Verlander or Scherzer, he's not making friends. He's not making friends with the top names in Major League Baseball, so who knows?
Yeah. And keep in mind with Soto and Boras, neither of them have ruled out an extension with the Yankees. They just said, basically talk to Boras about it. So I believe there is good chances an extension gets done, but the Yankees have to be serious about that offer. Serious about it. Why would Soto want to play for the Mets? He wanted that ballpark terrific, and once he gets a taste for missing balls and dropping them in the right field porch, he's not going to want to go anywhere. So and I want to see an extension with the Yankees and Soto just so we can go mock the crap out of all those Mets fans and Mets reporters claiming he's going to switch Burrows. It's not happening. By the way, Kansas City Royals just put out a tweet. Repost this for a chance to win a signed Bobby Witt Jr. bat for Christmas. So I went ahead and retweeted that or posted it. If I win it, hey, I'll just add it to my memorabilia collection.
By the way, chat, where are you guys from? New York City, where? Danny says, the only man I feel sorry for is Lindor.
Yeah, he kind of, yeah. Signs the big
the
deal.
only man I
they're
feel
not
sorry
much
for
around
is
him.
Alonso, because that's the face of the Mets, and we've been hearing chatter that they want to trade him.
If he gets traded, Lindor's only get more pissed and he might demand a trade. And then the Mets just completely collapse. Space Cowboy 500 to 600 for Soto means 500 to 600 million. I think an extension could end up like 13 years, 520 million myself. So yeah, that's pretty accurate. If Yamamoto's going to the Mets, it would scare me because Cohen could trade him tomorrow.
Shout out to Rhode Island. Shout out to South Carolina.
I think the debacle with
Great
Verlander,
beaches,
Scherzer, and
South Carolina.
DeGrom will scare Yamamoto away from the Mets. I do.
California, Eugene.
Okay. Joe Well lives near my sister, and my sister's in North Carolina, just south of Raleigh. Used to be in New York when I was younger, says Joe. Okay.
Nice. Once you're born and raised in New York, you bring that everywhere. So.
Yeah. Like I ran into a guy here in Idaho Falls. I could tell from New York instantly by the accent.
I didn't realize I had an accent until I was 11. I went to Virginia. I forgot. I think Virginia Beach, and I met locals or whatever, and they said they asked, "Oh, you guys from New York?" And I said, "How do you know?" Because of your accent. Then I realized I had an accent. But my accent is more Harlem-esque because I'm at the beginning of Washington Heights, next to Harlem, and we got a little southern twang to
GOLB. Are the Houston Astros the least successful dynasty in MLB history, with losses to Nats, Braves, and Rangers mixed in with cheating scandal? I would say they're not even a dynasty at all. They might be an AL dynasty, but they're not a dynasty in baseball, and they're nowhere near as good as people make them out to be, and you just showed why with all of that. Yeah, Southwest Florida, that's down the Miami area, if I'm right. For Danny.
Dio says, the Houston Astros the least successful dynasty in Major League Baseball history, with losses to Nats, Braves, and Rangers mixed in with the cheating scandal.
Yeah. And they're not a dynasty at all. Vaz says, don't people who bought a Harrison Bader jersey also has a Soto jersey no need to buy again? Yeah. Same number, even Ellsbury jersey or Roger Clemens. All 2020.
The Astros remind me, though, of the Braves of the 90s, though.
Yeah, but the Braves are never caught cheating. So, do you think Torres staying or getting traded? I still think he's traded because you want to add a second starter. You can trade Torres in his 15, 18 million for 2024, and then you just replace that money for the pitcher. You recoup it and you keep your payroll down a little bit. So I think Torres gets traded, and the Yankees still have to clear out this infield logjam. I think they have 6 middle infielders, you count Cabrera, on the roster. So,
Guy says, don't people who bought a Harrison Bader jersey also have a Soto jersey?
Yeah.
No need buying this again.
or Ellsbury or Clements, any of them. They all were 22.
Mike Rocky says, projected numbers for Austin Wells.
I think he'll bat about 260, 265, and easily get to 30 home runs if he gets the games. If he gets over 100 games, he'll get to 30 home runs and 100 RBIs. If they only get about 80 games, it could be about 20 to 25 home runs and probably about 65 to 80 RBIs.
Danny says, no matter what the Dodgers do, they will get beat by the Braves.
I think with Ohtani, and if he actually hits in the postseason, I think they could get him. FYI, yes, Network Hot still will be tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern. So pay attention to what Jack Curry says, and if he's grinning, if he's trying to hide things back, anything like that. So kind of keep an eye on Jack Curry's demeanor tonight.
How about this? Trout gets traded to the Phillies. Phillies-Dodgers playoffs. Trout leads the Phillies over the Dodgers, over Ohtani.
And by the postseason, Ohtani could be pitching again, so Trout hits home run off Ohtani in the postseason. I won't rule that out, but the odds on a Trout trade remain low. I will say that.
Hey, man, Andy Pettitte has more RBIs than him in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sad. One of the best baseball players of all time.
Randy Johnson has more home runs in the postseason than him.
My God.
Randy Johnson had 2 postseason home runs. Eugene Lopez, will they trade him to, or who will they trade him to, speaking of Torres? And Dylan Cease is a guy, maybe. The White Sox love Torres, so do the Marlins, so do the Mariners. There's plenty of teams out there. And he'd be a perfect fit for the White Sox if you get Dylan Cease. So, if the Yankees do trade Torres, then who will like to take his place? And probably Volpe to second base and Braz at shortstop. Because that's what Hal Steinbrenner wants, is that tandem. And I don't know why they traded Trey Sweeney. Mark my words. He's going to at least approach Corey Seager numbers with the Dodgers once he gets up there.
And especially to the Dodgers, they traded him.
Yeah. Mark my words. He'll be a shortstop for the Dodgers. And, yeah, he'll at least approach it. By the way, James McCaffrey has died today.
Shoot. Les says, if the Yankees do trade Torres, then who will likely take his place?
So James McCaffrey, the voice of Max Payne, is dead at 65. If you played that game.
Rest in peace.
And it would not surprise me at all if a Josh Hader deal with the Yankees pops out at any time. We know they're talking. Ken Rosenthal confirmed it. And the Yankees made an offer. Ken Rosenthal confirmed that. So kind of keep an eye on that.
Guy says it would be nice if we go to Marlins and trade Torres. If Yankees could get Arias plus a picture from Marlins, imagine Soto in Arias.
That would be interesting. I will admit that would be interesting. I don't think Arias is tradable. Luis Arias, or Arias, or whatever his name is. I don't think they're going to trade him.
Danny says, I'm starting to talk myself into Cease.
I think if you get Dylan Cease to the Yankees behind Cole, Rodon, and Yamamoto, that's the perfect spot for him. He can just relax and pitch in that first spot in the rotation. So, yes. I was against it at the first. I just started thinking the same thing, and it makes more sense. Makes more sense.
Zig Pranks,
Cabrera is the pitcher the Marlins are closest to trading, and yes, the Yankees were talking to them. So Torres for Cabrera is not out of the question. And I can't remember his first name, but I want to see what his contract is.
Mike Rocky says, Adam, I have the feeling Guardians will be big time sellers at the deadline.
There's a lot of people that think at the deadline they could drop some pieces. If they were out of it, yeah, but I still don't think
Bro is going to be in
Ramirez
contention
would
too.
get traded. But the Yankees would be all over Ramirez. Remember, they don't have anybody to take over third base for DJ LeMahieu right now. That's going to be a problem, and Ramirez could fill that easily.
What is up, Zeke Pranks?
Yeah, remember Cabrera with the Marlins in a contract through 2028. They extended him. So under team control through 2028. So he's pre-armed the next 2 years. So if you could get Edward Cabrera, that's going to be a cheap top rotation arm. And you would trade Torres for that. According to Ken Rosenthal's article, Eugene, about Josh Hader, he said he does not have the attitude he's made out to be. He just refused to go more than 3 innings because his contract here and he didn't want to blow his elbow out. So, yeah. I think it does, but it's not as bad as people think. River Avenue Blues, Yankees, you know what to do. Talk about Matt Carpenter. We'll see if the Yankees bring him back. So, we'll see.
Execution.
Can confirm Yamamoto and his agent Joe Werf are back in California. They're at Joel's office right now talking about things. So we'll see what they decide. Yeah, the Yankees own 2 private jets, so it's not hard to do. Yes, I think that's right. I know Kenny Rogers requests that as well, but I think it was Kevin Brown was the last one. Thank you. Yes, I think that's right. He joined one of the other ones. It was not MLB Underground. I think it was MLB Recaps. Again, Ken Rosenthal last night said it's not a bad attitude. He just refused to go more than 3 innings in a contract year. And by the way, the Yankees have another infielder that can step into second base they got from the Dodgers. Okay, lefty hitter, great pop. He could bop 20 home runs a year for the Yankees. A great defender, a lot of range. So kind of keep that in mind. I'm trying to figure out what his name is. I forgot his name. Jorbit Vivas. That's left-handed. Yeah. Yeah. It still shows Alex Verdugo's number 99. Trent Grisham now has number 1. The Yankees have number 1 retired for who? Who was number 1 retired by the Yankees? Billy Martin and Lou Whitaker. No, Billy Martin, I think, of the Yankees. So the Yankees, yeah, they retired it for Billy Martin. So no, that's not right. You know, Trent cannot have number 1. I don't know why it's showing number 1. I think the Yankees still trying to figure out the numbers on both of them. For those wondering on that.
Never mind, my microphone was cut off there, my fault.
Yeah, Vaz, I'll definitely take over Cabrera for Torres. Also, Jorbit could probably take over second base. Yes. Yeah, Jorbit could come in and he would probably hit you 20 to 25 home runs. And he might dent the pesky pole in Fenway a few times. So, yes. But, yeah, Billy, or Mr. Billy Valdez, what are you asking if it's true? So, will we see a presser in which Juan Soto puts on a jersey? And why is it done via Zoom to begin with? I think we do. I think this one via Zoom is just to give the Yankees a glimpse of Soto with the Yankees hat on. But I think at spring training they could do another one where they put him in a jersey with Verdugo and Grisham. Yeah, Dennis, I thought your mic was dead.
No, I had it on mute, my fault. I just fixed it. Les says Jose Ramirez would be a great pickup at the trade deadline. I agree.
If available, yes. And he could be the Yankees playing for third base because if DJ makes free agency, they have nothing at third base. And the other one is Munetaka Murakami can't play third base. Projects better as a first baseman, can't play third base. And Mr. Billy Valdez says Yankees brass California. Yes. And it wasn't just Yankees brass. It was 5 Yankees brass and 3 players. We do not know who the 3 players were. Other than Matsui, I think would count as one because he was with them. Remember,
Listen, the Yankees are international. They're going to be everywhere. California, North Korea,
and remember, Hideki
Cuba,
Matsui works in
everywhere.
the Yankees front office. He's one of Cashman's assistants. So Eugene Lopez says Jose Ramirez will probably not get traded. And if he does, it won't be to the Yankees. I think what he's hitting at there is if you look at the history and trade talks between the Yankees and Guardians and Indians, they always play with the Yankees and trade him somewhere else. Lindor, Clevenger, Kluber, Bauer. The list goes on and on. He's right. There's not a good trade history there.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. It would probably be a 3-team trade to get that done without the Guardians knowing who the team is going to is.
Back in the 90s, the Indians were the biggest Yankees rival.
Yeah. Tom Kaczynski tweets out, Yamamoto is not Pedro Martinez, but this is the stuff you used to see with Pedro Martinez in his prime. Okay. And
He's still young. There's a lot of, there's a lot of room for improvement as well, too.
I'm one that thinks Pedro was a bit overrated and such.
And hello, Siciliano, what's up? He says, I think Yankees should pivot and go after Burns, Clase, Frember Valdez, or Cease. This Yamo is getting overwhelming and ridiculous like another Otani. Both are not worth a lot of money.
Yes, I agree with that part of it, but I think Yamamoto's contract, if he's signed to the Yankees, will be lower than people are expecting and projecting. It'll surprise people.
Then he says, that's why I don't think we could trade for Bieber. Mr. Billy Valdez, it smells like Soto. Mike Rocky says, I'm starting to feel the same way, Angelo. Eugene Lopez says, I live in the Los Angeles area. I'm going to make a pitch to Yamamoto. Yeah, for sure. Stand outside anywhere, hold up a sign, Yamamoto to the Yankees.
Just go over to the Washington building, stand out there saying, go to Yankees. And by the way, the Yankees have 10 outfilders on their 40-man roster right now. 10. They've got to drop a few.
By the way, Eugene, if you do that, hold up a sign, you'll go viral, man. Everybody on Twitter is going to pick that up.
Yes. Yes.
Randy the freaking Ram. Pivot for what?
Again, Corbin Burns' price tag is astronomical. It's ridiculous. I don't think he can be traded how high it is, and it's not believed he will be moved this offseason. Cease, it is believed he'll be moved, and the Yankees are very involved in one of the leaders. Vaz says, I feel like, yes, Indians, I feel like they're not going to trade Jose Ramirez, and no need, and he has a good contract. He'll retire as a Indian or Guardian. And everybody calls him the Indian still, and then they will. I kind of think that, too. I think he's the one that they will keep. Like, they should have kept Jim Tomei, and then they let him get away. But I don't really think he goes anywhere. He does have a full no-trade clause. So keep that in mind. Does Yamamoto, this is Erica Michelle on Twitter, said this. Does Yamamoto velocity for his height concern you? 5'10", 300 miles an hour. Doesn't seem like he'll age well in his arm. I think he is incredible, and I want the Yankees to get him, but I can't help but wonder. He doesn't throw 100 very often. He's usually on 93, 94, and he'll go up to 98 and get a strikeout. It doesn't hit 100 very often at all. It doesn't concern me much at all because he doesn't really do that 100 times a game, as a lot of pitchers do. Then you see the elbow injuries.
So I said need Hicks for bullpen.
Yankees are going to add some bullpen arms. Ken Rosenthal said so, and he said that they're closest to getting a hater than the others right now. So
Eugene said, wished I knew where that office is. Adam, do you want to Google it? Give Eugene the address?
Give me a minute.
With your elite internet skills?
And by the way, my Google is different than yours. That's why I cannot show it on screen. I have level 3 government clearance. So when I Google, it pulls up you would see. I used to work in the Medicare and Medicaid call center, so I'd have level 3 government clearance.
Adam King, this isn't exclusive right now. You have Q clearance?
I have level 3 government clearance. I've had it for about 10 years. And when I went out and there is a government training site, military training site here, about an hour from me. When I went out and toured it, they put a different badge on me than we put on the rest of the group. So I could open doors, look at them, and they couldn't touch them because of that, my red government, level 3 government clearance badge.
Oh, man. So you could get in areas like Area 51 and stuff like that if you wanted to.
Okay, it's at 10900 Wilshire Boulevard in L.A.
All right,
Number
paste that
1200.
in the chat.
Huh?
Paste that in the chat. So you can give it to Eugene.
Right there.
Whatever the hell Adam's doing right now. Adam's camera just went haywire.
Right there.
Yeah, we can't see that because I have your you have a filter on your cam, so just paste it in the chat.
I'll get it.
Johnny TT, Ohtani headquarters no intention of signing with the Yankees by doing what he's doing. He's milking the Dodgers for the max. You mean Yamamoto. Angelo says, okay.
Yeah, Ohtani was never going to go to the Yankees. It was always Dodgers, always. Yamamoto loves the Yankees. He's been eyeing him for years. The Yankees been eyeing him for years, so keep that in mind.
So, Eugene, that's the address right there.
Yep.
Angelo says,
bear in mind, that is not just
off the books, I thank God.
That is not just a baseball agency. They represent basketball, NFL, actors, a lot of stuff. That is a massive agency.
By the way, Adam, your camera just went lower now.
Hmm? There, that should be better.
All right, there you go.
The back of it likes to slip. It's supposed to have a sticky thing on it, likes to slip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That it's
Angelo.
for some reason Ohtani has it out for the Yankees. You know?
Yeah.
I don't
He played
understand.
with the Yankees and used him when he first came over just to get a bigger contract with the Angels, and then played with them again. And the Yankees never even talked to him. I confirm that. They made a phone call to his agent just to say they could, and that was about it. Now, on the list says soon Stanton will be off the books. We're probably going to have him for 4 more years, and if he exercises his player option through 2028 as well. So he's not going anywhere anytime soon. Although Tony's already a Dodger, so he has no intention of being a Yankee. Yeah, true. Randy the freaking Ram. Yeah, I'll agree with that one. 27 minutes from you, Eugene. Okay. So not too far away. Yeah, my dad grew up in Burbank, which is near UCLA as well. I think it's about 20 minutes UCLA as well.
What was he into? Acting or something like that? Because usually...
No, his family just moved out there because my grandpa was an attorney and took a Hollywood job with being an attorney. But if any actors or anything got in a wreck, he would be the one that would go out and do the adjusting on that.
Johnny TD says, oh no, not another Hicks. Could be a hiccup.
Jordan Hicks is a fireballer. Massive ground ball rate, even better than Holmes. If you could hone him in, nobody would get on base against him. So that'd be the thing. So.
Danny says, Ohtani hates the Yankees because we own him when he pitches.
Oh, yeah. His ERA against the Yankees is over 10.
No, you know what the thing is about Ohtani? He hates the Yankees because he's conceited. And the Yankees are on the highest level possible. Yeah. He sees himself as the highest level possible. So it's like Ohtani thinks like a woman, right? A 10 out of 10 woman sees another 10 out of 10 woman, sees like, I guess, you know, sees that woman with a rich man or whatever, and he wants to one-up them. So that's why Ohtani hates the Yankees, because, you know, Ohtani goes around like his doo-doo don't stink. So, Randy the freaking Ram says, facts, Danny. Anthony says, sup, Angelo. Sup, Garcia. Bass says, I feel Yamamoto's going to choose Dodgers, and good, I don't care. And Ohtani has always been on the Dodgers. Pepe, another one that there was no need for him to make people wait like he did.
On that, Baz, if he's going to choose the Dodgers, he doesn't make this New York trip. You don't go out to New York if you're choosing the Dodgers.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he chose the Yankees, and he wanted to go see Citi Field and Yankee Stadium in person before finalizing it. So I think he will be a Yankee. Ohtani knows he'll never be overjudged from Baz. Yeah, that's true. And I think Soto with the Yankees will be a far better hitter than Ohtani will be. Because Ohtani's elbow is really going to hurt his hitting going forward.
Ohtani be like, how dare the Yankees outshine me? I'm Shohei Ohtani.
And the biggest acquisition by any team this year is Soto to the Yankees. I don't care what you say. It's Soto
Princess
to the Yankees.
Diva Ohtani.
Yeah, Christmas is exactly a week away, so I do expect Yamamoto to sign this week. I think he wants to have it out of the way by Christmas. What's SNY New York tweet? No, that's Jet stuff. The Jets are the clowns of the NFL.
Yeah, I'm guessing Yamamoto's back in LA because that's where his agent is headquartered.
Yes, they are at his office, his agent's office, Washington, right now, probably going over offers and final information before they make a decision.
Ruby said, I'm still behind on live. I had to pause it, have now resumed, man. Really need the Yankees to sign Yamamoto. I agree.
I think they will. I think they will. Yeah, Princess Steve Otani, that fits him pretty perfectly. Oh. But yeah, I think Yamamoto's already chose the Yankees. You look at this information out. Several insiders saying Yankees are the favorites. Even the Red Sox meeting with him, those rumors has put pressure on the Yankees. So yeah, I think he already chose the Yankees in that.
Randy the freaking Ram says that's where he been staying in the offseason. Facts. Blue
Yes.
Gold, what's up, man? I hope I won't lose sleep if the Yankees don't sign Moto. Japanese pitchers never come close to the hype.
Oh, stupid Mets fan, Joe McDonald. He tweets out Mets meeting with Yamamoto versus Yankees meeting with Yamamoto. Shows a mansion for the Mets, but McDonald's for the Yankees.
Eugene Lopez says, Danny, I think he's saying his last goodbye to Los Angeles before he moves to NY. I agree with that.
That could be. That could be. And he has a lot of stuff back there, his baggage and everything, probably back in LA. You have to go grab that. Jared Carabas says his odds on the Red Sox getting Yamamoto is 9%, and that feels optimistic. I think it's 0%. They never had a chance at him.
Vash says, Randy, think what? Randy the freaking Ram, that he's picking the Dodgers.
Nah, I don't think so. Flying to LA, I think, is him, or flying to New York, I think, is him picking the Yankees and trying to work things out there. So, surprised there's not much of anything coming out from any Yankees.
If he picked the Yankees, then why hasn't it broke? What's the wait?
It might be the Yankees are, say, at 8 years, 240, but he wants to get it up to 280, so he's waiting a little bit to get the Yankees to come up a bit. Probably negotiation stuff. The Yankees should forget Yamamoto, pursue Snell and Cease. I think they'd actually be in a little better position with Snell and Cease, proven guys, but Yamamoto's 25, and Hal wants to get the team younger, and he already has his ace apparent for Cole if he gets Yamamoto. He's saying about every team that's interested in him, right? Yeah, he probably could. I would take the Moto money and sign Snell and Stroman. I don't want any part of Marcus Stroman. No way. I think Stroman, no, he'd be a complete flop. There's a reason that the Royals are the only one.
Yeah, Stroman has burned every bridge you could think of with his tweets on Twitter.
Even the Cubs kicked him out. Yeah, Randy the Graham says, Baz, you sure he wants to play under Ohtani? I don't think Yamamoto wants to play with Ohtani at all. I really don't. Yeah, Eric Rodriguez, y'all freaking high Stroman the garbage. Stroman is a good pitcher, but that attitude and the issues that come with him, no, I don't want any part of that. I don't want that anywhere near the Yankees. The Yankees have the most questionable starters outside of Cole. I think Rodon bounce back and be just fine. But after those two, yes, they're a complete black hole there. That's why I think they need at least two starters. Then you can let Cortez and Schmidt work it out on that fifth spot. But if it were me, I would trade for Cease, sign Yamamoto, and sign Snell. I'd go big if it were me. And you trade Torres and you keep the roster down.
Ruben says Yamamoto will be around 9 to 12 years and maybe around 304 to 336 million as my guess.
If you're including the posting fees, maybe. I don't think he gets near Cole's 9-year, 330 million deal or 10-year, 360 myself. I don't think he gets near that. But with posting fees, maybe. Maybe.
I just put Josh Hader on screen right there.
Blue Gold says Moto will be a flop. Like I said, Rodon was going to be last year. Rodon didn't flop last year. He never had spring training to get going. Okay? So he was not a flop. He just never had time to get going. Do you think Yoshi's going to be a bust in baseball? Yoshinobu Yamamoto has the best stats of any Japanese pitcher to come over to baseball other than Masahiro Tanaka. So I think he'll be fine. He might not be a dominant ace, but he'll be fine. There are no Japanese players on the Yankees. Was it mentioned he wanted to play with the fellow Japanese players? The one advantage there is both Matsui and another Japanese guy, part owner, are with the Yankees. And the Yankees are talking Imanaga and Yuki Matsui. And they will be signing Murakami next year, so that's not as big of a black hole as it looks. He said he wouldn't mind. He never said that was a mandate or anything. Yeah, Yankees are not trading for Cease and getting Snell. I disagree. I can see Hader happening. Ken Rosenthal said they are in talks with the White Sox for Cease and one of the leaders, and said they are in talks with Snell. Keep in mind on Snell, he's a good friend of Soto, so Soto is going to push that one. Angelo Siciliano says Spencer Jones is going to be a beast near future, especially using Judge personal hitting trainer. I agree. I think he could have a 70 home run season with the Yankees with his power, and he's a dead pull hitter. He's going to hit a lot of those line drives into the porch. So, yeah, Johnny, we all agree. Stroman, no chance. And then in my news, I really like the Royals offseason as well. I agree with you, Adam. So, Felix, yes. White Sox, or the Royals have had an underrated offseason. They're going to be an 85 to 88 win team and probably win that division. Thoughts on Sasaki coming in IFA? That means international free agent. We're 3 years away from that. If he's posted, it would be next offseason, I'm told. So. Really, Cease might be good. If Cease is your third or fourth starter, you're going to be happy with that. He's going to give you 10, 15 wins, ERA 3.50 or a little bit lower, 200 innings. So, yeah, he'd be a really good one. Murakami, no, he's not a starting pitcher. He's a first baseman or third baseman. Won't he be posted after 2025? No, he can be posted in January 2025, before the 2025 season. He could even be posted a little before that. And he's going to push for it next offseason. We'll see if it happens. So, don't forget, Rodon had a Cy Young season for signing with the Yankees. He just had injuries last season. Yes, and never had a spring training. Keep that in mind. What about Snell or Monty? I don't think there's any ghost of a chance Montgomery negotiates with the Yankees. I don't think there's any ghost of a chance.
Benji, what's up? Eric Rodriguez, no Snell and Monty is just okay. Randy the freaking Ram, I'm just trying to see the appeal of the Mets and Red Sox. Like, you're Yamamoto. Why would you want to sign there exactly? And again, why would you want to sign with the Dodgers? Why would you want to be second fiddle to Ohtani? Why do you want to lose out on potentially winning the Cy Young and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Go to the AL, man.
If you could ask one question, what would it be, says GOLV? Oh, man. For me, it would probably why did you not even try to match Corey Seager's contract? Might be the one I would ask. Don't trust pitchers at big contracts that many years. So age is... He's only 25, so I would go 10 plus years on him. Cole got a 10-year deal. So, yeah. And by the way, when Cole exercises his opt-out next offseason, the Yankees will instantly slap the 10th year on, and then he's locked in another 5 years.
Guy says, I'm a huge Dominguez fan ever since 2019, and he's my favorite prospect of all time, and now my favorite player of all time. That's how big of a fan I am. Yeah, Dominguez is a beast. His upper body is crazy. If he gets
healthy, he's proved enough to me. He will be a 3,100 hitter. He proved enough to me in playing, 8 games. He hit 3 home runs.
And Benji says, Lucas Giolito.
The Yankees made contact with Giolito, but I don't think they signed him. More likely the Dodgers or Mets late rotation fill-in type. I could see him in pinstripes too, but no one said, why did the Yankees pull back their IFA deals they had? They're trying to save international free agent money for guys like Sasaki and Murakami. That's what they're doing there. So Monty has to stay with Texas, be a mistake go elsewhere. It's a good position for him. I agree, Eugene. And I think in the end he does end up back with the Rangers. I do. Let's see. Like 40 minutes behind right now, but wanted to say, if you're behind, go ahead and comment on it. We can bring some of them back if we need to. Clayton Kershaw is down to the Dodgers or Rangers. It's going to be one of those two. And he is talking to the Rangers. The question with him is he's not going to be back to like July. If you really want to tie money to a guy not going to be pitched till July.
So Eddie Snap says, you think Bellinger could fall into the Yankees' lap if his market is still a ghost town?
Yes, and the Blue Jays are in talks to get Max Kepler from the Twins. It's a sign they don't want him. If, say, January...
What's up, CWE?
Boris comes back to the Yankees and goes, okay, he's yours, 4 years, $80 million. What do you think Hal and Cash are going to do? They're probably going to sign him. So, yes, if he falls in the laps, it looks like it will, yeah, there's a chance.
So, Angelo says, what do you think about Bellinger chance being a Yankee since he wants to play for his father's legacy?
Higher than people think, but it's got to be middle of January where he's starting to panic. And the Cubs are really his only suitor right now. So Bellinger
Then he says, what important MLB dates are coming up?
The next important date is January 12th when the teams have to exchange all the arbitration numbers to the players. That's the next one. Yeah, Bellinger will get less what he's asking for. Kevin Kiermaier is kind of SOL. Nobody wants him. The Blue Jays might have to panic, bring him back if he finds a team. He might end up in Japan. Kevin Kiermaier's got pretty much no market.
Newman says Rice should be starting in AAA, in my honest opinion, as a first baseman, but most likely the Yankees start him in AA as a catcher.
Jack Curry said he expects him to start at AAA, whether it's a catcher or first base. He expects him to start 2024 in AAA. I think he'll get time both as a first baseman and a catcher, mainly because he has no future at first base with the Yankees, because of Spencer Jones and the fact that we're getting Murakami. So,
Gio says, what is your faith level in Volpe hitting 250? Listen, the thing about Volpe is that every time he goes up to the plate, he wants to hit a home run. He's not built for that. If he was more of a hitter, let's say like a Jeter always went up there not looking to hit home runs. If Volpe could change his game into that, he'll be an all-star caliber player. Yes, but as for now, he's not built like that. He's not a Jose Altuve that he could put on muscle. His body's not built like that. Just go up there looking for hits, and, he's going to be the complete package if he could change his game.
Yeah, I think he needs to switch to the Ricky Henderson style of hitting, where you go up there looking, put the ball in play, getting hits. Then when you get in that 2-0, 3-1 count, then you take your power swing, or 3-0, when you know you're getting a pitch.
Guy says, but here's my question. Soto in left field, Judge right field, and if Spencer tears it up, they can't have two center fielders. So what are the Yankees going to do?
You could do a rotation and move Spencer Jones around every game. He could play first base as well. You have a 6'7" first baseman right there. So,
Blue Gold, Cody will get $100 million even if a bum team.
If he falls down to say 6 years, $120 million, the Yankees would get involved on that. So he wouldn't need a bum team at that point, but he's going to have to really drop his demands to even get an offer. Johnny T or TD, they are not there all the time. Don't you think it's considering interaction with players playing? I'm not sure what you mean on that one. Then Matt Chapman. Chapman is going to be probably with an NL team. I would think the Giants or Cubs are the favorites there. Maybe Phillies. Where's Spencer Jones going to play when Dominguez comes back? Again, he can play all three outfield spots and first base. They can rotate him around as guys need rest and get him plenty of at-bats. Would you sign or roll this Chapman come back to the Yankees? No, I think he needs to go somewhere else.
Yeah, he burned his bridge with the Yankees already. So.
I don't think the Yankees even talked to him. Unless he would take like a 1 year, $1 million deal. Montgomery will go to Boston. I don't think so. I don't think he'll mock the Yankees by doing that. I think he'll go back to the Rangers. I know I don't want no part of Bellinger. I don't want him getting in the way of us getting Wandy assigned. I forgot that Bellinger would affect that. He'll affect international money. Wandy assigned is a free agent infielder, shortstop. I don't know why the Yankees want another shortstop, but he is pretty good, the Yankees, but he's going to have a lot. I don't think Bellinger would affect that at all. I think the Yankees will play Spencer Jones a lot. I do as well. If he bats, he will start in AAA, mind you. He might even bust a big opening day roster with center field being open the way it is. But with Spencer Jones, he will start AAA, and I think he's up by the end of May. Playing for the Yankees by the end of May. Especially if that works out working with Judge's trainer. So, yeah, pass on Chapman. We'll agree on that one. Someone said Judge would be first base in the future. I have heard that, and I don't really believe it. Okay? I've heard it. I don't really believe it. Bellinger could replace Rizzo. Might be a good move. Yeah, he's a very good first baseman. And Rizzo.
Who knows how Rizzo's going to recover from a concussion as well.
And he's going into a de facto walk year because it's a club option for 2025. Do the Yankees exercise that or not? So, yeah, Spencer Jones is Judge day off replacement. Yeah, and he could be given Soto days off when Soto DHs. Or he could rotate around. He could get a DH day. There's plenty of at-bats there for Spencer Jones. And I know, Johnny TD, Spencer Jones is not 2 years away. He is 2 months away. Even Jack Curry said it's expected he could debut this year.
I mean, look how the Yankees called up Dominguez.
Yankees going for Imanaga, even if they get Yoshi? Yes. Ken Roosevelt said the Yankees are deep in talks with Imanaga. They are talking Imanaga, and they might sign him no matter what. Northport? I do not know where Northport is. Is that New York?
By the way, Benji, I always liked Dom Smith as a player. I used to watch him since I watched baseball. The Mets.
Isn't he with the Nationals right now? Let's see. Ruben, where from? I'm from Northport. Okay. He's going to be better than everybody. Wandy assigned is freaking going to be amazing. Yeah, but the Yankees have like 8 shortstops ahead of him. Thoughts on Ben Rice? All that does is hit in the minors. I don't think his future's at first base because the Yankees have Spencer Jones and will sign Murakami. I think his future is the catcher. And if you have a tandem of Wells and Ben Rice, you're doing pretty good at catcher.
Gil says, with so much relying on DJ, if DJ, Rizzo, and Stan play, I feel like we need a solid plan B for first and third base.
The Yankees have no plan B for third base right now. They have nobody to step in if anything happens to DJ. That's the issue. I guess Oswaldo Cabrera could. They needed.
By the way, why did the Yankees do on Andujar the way they did? You want to shed some light on that?
I really don't know. He's with the Oakland A's now, and I wish him luck. I hope he can find a home there. But I really don't know. He had that great year, got injured, and then they never really gave him a chance after that.
Yeah.
Didn't really hit in the chances they gave him, but still, I really don't know on that one. Let's see. Bingo on Volpe. He has to cut down with the strikeout to get more on base more. Yes, he does. And Jack Curry said he will not be leading off in 2024. It's going to be DJ LeMahieu or Verdugo. They'll be leading off, according to Jack Curry. When are the Yankees going to get their closer? Anytime now, Blue Gold. They are deep in talks with Josh Hader per Ken Rosenthal.
By the way, Danny, shout out to Danny. Dime, de lo mío. Capital Chicken, still the best. Love the channel. Was Heights in the house. Washington Heights in the house. 162, Sant Nick, we pitching. There we go. Washington Heights in the building. De lo mío.
Sugar. The Yankees need a backup Rizzo. They kind of have that with both Ben Rice and Spencer Jones and DJ LeMahieu. So they kind of have that there. So much relying on DJ. Yeah, we already did that one. Soto would be a nice left-hander. Yes, especially as your number 4-5 starter. It takes all the pressure off Imanaga. So they take a chance with Jones and Dominguez available in July. Why would they need Bellinger? First base, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, Bellinger's a little redundant as of right now. We'll agree on that one. So Yamamoto, Hader, and Cease, that reasonable and likely? Yes. That's a more reasonable and likely than you think. Says a sign will be a better shortstop than the rest of them. He'll shoot up. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yes, I did, Ruben. I always thought Pedro was a little bit overrated. Is Torres getting traded? I think it's more likely than not myself because you trade him and then sign Cease or Imanaga trade for Cease. That's the same money. So you can have 2 starting pitchers when you're paying Torres in 2024. We need pitching and we will trade Torres for more pitching. I agree with that one. I think that is actually likely.
Yankees already made up their mind with Torres. They tried to trade him numerous times already.
I think he is gone, and they're just waiting to get Yamamoto in and get some other things done before they trade him. And what do you mean Ohtani has it against the Yankees? He's never given him a chance. The Yankees were supposedly the landslide favorites when he first came over from Japan. They never gave him a chance.
The only reason why we have Stan in the first place, because we...
Yes. He spurned the Yankees and only used them for contract negotiations. And now there's no ghost of a chance Domingo Germán returns to the Yankees. I think he already signed with another team. Can't remember who it was.
Let's talk about players that are on the, ish list. Let's bring up Trevor Bauer. What's the latest on him?
Dead silent. There's nothing coming out about it. Nothing being said. It's dead
silent.
silent.
Does he sign with Japanese team again or what?
I think he does go back to Japan. So will Julio Urias. He's another one where there's no market because of what's going on legally with him. And that's if he doesn't get thrown in jail. It's likely he could end up with a 3 to 5 year prison sentence on Julio Urias. Well, he did. Yankees with international money if they sign Bellinger. I forgot what it's called. Yes, but it's not enough to really affect anything. Because every team gets more every year. So, Germán will not get back, no chance. I don't believe Torres getting moved. CWE could be surprised. I think he does. Yeah, Germán had plenty of chances, and he even admitted he was drunk during that perfect game.
That's old school, man. Every baseball player was drunk on hot dogs back in the day.
Yeah.
Let's see. Angelo says Yankees management screwed Miguel Andujar and Florio. I agree.
Yes, and They've got to trade Florial. They have 10 outfielders on the 40-man. They've got to get that down to about 6, 7. So they've got to trade Florial and probably Peraza.
Danny says, is Clay Holmes our closer, or will we be looking for a new back-end closer?
Again, the Yankees are already in talks for Josh Hader. They are talking to him. So, yes, they are looking for another closer. They do better for another team. Yeah, they both do. And Andujar's with the Oakland A's. And he's going to be on the MLB roster. I hope he can actually take off. So, no Bauer, huge no, yeah.
Benji says, what about
I was
Wander
a major
Franco?
Bauer fan before all crap broke loose. I was a big one. Yeah, Wander Franco is actually in a jail in the Dominican, I think is where it is right now. He's actually sitting in jail.
I highly doubt it. If you have money in the DR, you ain't going to be in jail, bro.
They put him in jail. He might have bailed out. Who knows what their system is down there. But he was actually put in jail, part of their investigation, and he's going to go to jail. I think he's done. I really think he is done. With Trevor Bauer, I was actually a major fan of his with the Guardians and the Reds, but I just can't justify signing him whether he sells 3 open lawsuits and cases against him.
But let's be honest here, Adam. You're not a fan of his because they attacked you on Twitter. His agent, Rachel Luba, and Trevor Bauer attacked you.
A little bit. And I talked to his agent, the guy that works at Luba now, that is his agent, was back then, and he said they're not getting any interest on him from any MLB team right now. So,
Turbo Duran says, I just hope Yankees don't get Yamamoto. Why not?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You're a Dodger fan.
What are the true rankings for Yoshi suitors? He's not talking about Tetsugo, he's talking about Yamamoto. And yes, he is going to go by Yoshi at some point. He'll just say, call me Yoshi. I think Yankees number 1, Dodgers 2, Mets number 3, and that's it, realistically. And I think the Yankees will get him. Yeah, so was the guy in the 1956 perfect game. Yeah, he was drunk too. Andujar couldn't field, Florial couldn't hit. Florial can hit better than you think, and Andujar could field better than you think. The Oakland A's are going to move him back to the infield, by the way. They're going to try him out as a first baseman or third baseman. So that could be a little better.
Moas says give Soto a first base mitt. He is a bad fielder.
Benji Stoker, Waka signed with the Royals. He's gone. He's not major market anymore. My LA Dodgers trying to get him. Yeah, but I question how much they're trying to get him after Glass now. Because they could go get a lot of cheaper guys now.
By the way, what's up, Turbo Duran? We don't care what sports fan you are. As long as you like baseball, you're welcomed in here.
Baz, I'm just so grateful they didn't trade for Brian Reynolds. Imagine if they didn't, wouldn't not been able to get Soto, and Pirates wanted a lot. Yeah, I've wondered that myself. They'd got Reynolds. How would that affected the Juan Soto trade talks?
Yeah, you got to stay away from Franco.
And now that you have Jasson Dominguez, I think he'll be better than Reynolds could hope to be. So, 94, 12-year stretch. Yeah, he had a stretch, but he was also on a Red Sox team where every player on the team tested positive for steroids. Let's talk about Pedro Martinez. He was on a Red Sox team where every player tested positive for steroids.
No, but you can't front. Pedro Martinez is a legend, man. His body frame and what he was able to accomplish.
He was a legend, but he's still a little bit overrated.
I will take Pedro Martinez any day over Roger Clemens.
And you might have a great point, Cisolano, and we won't take Franco back. I kind of agree with that. I think they will blackball him, send him back to the Dominican Leagues if he plays baseball again. Yama for 11 years, $285 million. I do not think it's getting near that. I do not think he will top the 10-year $360 for Cole. I don't think any team will top that. Blake Snell, the Yankees have talked to, and the Dodgers have talked to, and I do not buy the Dodgers being out on Snell. I think that is the Dodgers just slapping Boris upside the head, saying come down like $60 million before we even talk to you.
By the way, shout out to the Dodgers for balling out on everybody, spending money like it's nothing. Like I made up a joke the other day saying that they have some underground tunnels going to Mexico and they're laundering to the cartel or whatever. It was just a joke.
Yeah,
it was just me playing around saying that, damn, the Dodgers are balling out.
Yeah, Johnny TD said, need a closer, don't trust Holmes. I trust Holmes as a setup man, not a closer. And they are talking to Hader, and I think it happens. Thanks, dude. Nothing but respect right here. Yeah. What about Luis Higa? Is he going to a full season? We have no way of knowing. He's been injured the last 4 years. We have no way of knowing how much
very injury prone. But, once he's on, though.
Franco can play ball in the prison yard. There we go, the next longest yard. What will this be, the longest home run? I don't know. But do you sign Wandy Peralta or Hicks? Wandy Peralta will not be back due to, what's his name? Victor Gonzalez, whoever they just signed or got for the Dodgers, takes Wandy's job. So Wandy's gone. Unless he takes like a $1 million deal. The Dodgers are out on Yamamoto. They are looking to lower value pitching. Unless they're willing to get called up. That's why I think they will go for the lower guys. Like the Dodgers are talking to Jordan Montgomery for one. They have been in talks with him. So I think they go for 2 lower priced starters now. Let's see. Vaz, I believe Franco risked his career and future millions with for a kitty cat. That is very clever verbiage there. I like that verbiage, Vaz, if you know what he's talking about.
Call Chris Hansen, man. Have him take a seat.
That's a perfect way to put it. He messed around with at least 5 minors and got busted. It's nice knowing him. If he ever walked into the clubhouse again, I think he'd get jumped and beat up by any players there. I would throw him back out to the Dominican League and let them deal with him. Why didn't Yamamoto stay in New York City instead of going back to L.A.? He didn't make sense to go back to L.A. when he always wants to be at the Yankees to sign. Because Yasserman headquarters is in L.A. They have a New York office, but the headquarters in L.A. and his luggage, everything is back there. He's got to be back there to get everything done and everything like that. Danny Adormo, Gleber for Marlins, Luzardo. Word is from Rosenthal Passan they are not trading Luzardo. They want to trade Cabrera. Lasagna to close. Lasagna would be only good holidays. Get rid of him. I think they're going to keep Johnny Lasagna just because he doesn't have much of a trade market. They tried to put him into the package for Soto. What happened?
The name everybody keeps forgetting about is Luis Gil, though.
Yes. They still have Luis Gil. He's going to be a pretty good reliever. Wait, Yoshi went back to LA after the Yankee meeting last night. Where's his info?
Execution.
Check SNYTV on Twitter. At SNYTV, they show the picture of him on the plane with Joe Wolf, his agent, flying back to LA. Shane Bieber, Corbin Burns. Again, I don't trust any trade talks with the Guardians, with the history of the Yankees. I don't trust it. And Corbin Burns is not expected to be traded. So, Spencer Jones is an elite defensive outfielder. I doubt Jones gets moved for the first base. Rice is currently only an injury away in the MLB with Rizzo LeMahieu. Also, I think Murakami may not end up a Yankee. Murakami is a lock for the Yankees due to Hideki Matsui. He only wants to play for the Yankees in the MLB. And he can play third base and first base. And with Spencer Jones, I agree. He can play all 3 outfield spots. He might be athletic enough to try third base. So they can keep him around the outfield, kind of move him around. And Michael Caputo thinks Yamamoto's decision comes Tuesday or Wednesday. I could see that. And that's my predicted window as well. I'm calling it now. Judge will break the home run record in 2024. Stanton getting 45 bombs, and Soto's going to be right behind Judge home run leaders. I think Soto is a 50 to 60 home run threat. And if he really takes off, he could approach 70. Dodgers got paper, but they ain't got swag like the Bronx Bombers. Actually have a legacy. Paper and put his butts in the seats. Yeah, the Yankees have a history of these Japanese guys. A lot of them. Even Ichiro played for the Yankees for a few years. So the Yankees have that history. The Dodgers have Kuroda, Nomo, and that's about it. So I think Yamamoto signs the Yankees to come Tuesday or Wednesday again, yeah. Yankees got more paper Dodgers, yeah. I mean, he has money. He had time in the future to focus on whatever that is. Why risk anything for it? Yeah. Now, as good as Judge as an outfielder, I can see him transition to first base like they used to play in high school since they make a young outfield, left fielder, Jones center field, Dominguez, right field, Soto, with Judge at first base. Potentially, and Judge is 6'8". He's like a quarter inch under 6'8". So that's an advantage to have somebody that big at first base. It just comes down to where he wants to play. Yeah, with Yamamoto it does. I thought Gonzalez would be 5th starter on the Yankees. Gonzalez can play first base in all 3 outfield spots. He's like that Cecil Fielder or Chili Davis. The big bat off the bench is basically his role. Hader will be the last signing for the Yankees. I could see that, actually. I could see that. When will Gardy get a retirement ceremony? I'm not sure he ever will. Well, the first thing that has to happen is he has to officially announce his retirement from baseball before the Yankees can do that.
So, Mint Deer, or whatever his name is, dog, you lost all credibility when you said the Yankees were getting Castillo. Nobody ever said that. I said the Yankees should get him.
The Yankees were the favorite for him until the Mariners went nuts to get him. I'll put it that way.
I mean, you could go on YouTube right now, type in Castillo. I was pushing the Yankees to trade for him.
Yes.
Not saying that they got him. Never said that.
According to Ken Rosenthal, the Yankees are going to go all in, and Howe wants another starter pitcher, even if they sign Yamamoto. That is correct. And the belief is now the Yankees will sign Hader. So, Jared Carabas thinks Sox have a chance with Yoshi. You know they do not. They're only
And he's reminiscing of
leverage.
Dice K. He's reminiscing.
Yeah, the Red Sox never had a chance with him. They will trade for another starter. If they do, it'll be Dylan Cease, and the Yankees are after him. Keep that in mind. I could see Yamamoto, Cease, and Hader. I could see that. Johnny Gonzalez is not a starter. No, he is a bench player, basically. That's the outfielder they claim from the Guardians. And he could be your big bat where you're trying to catch a home run. So you think he can sign Josh Hader? Yes, I do. He's a Cashman white whale. They've been after him all along. Cashman tried to trade for him at least 4 times, so. I'm just going to pop over here. Just have a look. Still nothing from Baseball Insiders today.
Yeah, it's been all crickets ever since Ohtani signed.
There have been a few small signings, but nothing big. And the Braves trade for Chapman. That's about it.
And Dodgers trading for Glasnow.
Yeah. By the way, Montgomery's agent just messaged me. That's what he's typing because I was messaging him back. He doesn't think the Yankees are a legit suitor. They're just giving him lip service. That's Jordan Montgomery.
So to answer your question, MT, Adam's on here because he's very entertaining. If you didn't get the gist, he's very smart. I like having him on. Whatever he says, that's his opinions. Everybody says things and stuff like that, but. Yeah. Adam King is on here because he's very, very entertaining. And take it from me, if he was ever on radio, the Howard Stern show, he'll be bigger than Beetlejuice. That's just a fact.
Darius Glover agrees with me. He's a big baseball guy. If you follow him, you'll get a lot of baseball news. He does not buy the $3 million reports. He thinks the final contract, wherever Yamamoto goes, will be $270, $280 million. So he's agreeing with me. Let's see here.
Michael Caputo, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in the longest. He said, I don't know why the MLB free agency is so slow and boring. Let me see. I just lost it.
I don't know
every
either.
Season, I thought after Ohtani, this would move fast. Yeah,
all the baseball insiders even complaining about it this year, telling MLB to do something. If the MLB does something, I could see them just saying they all have to sign by January 1st, and then January is a dead period. And then they reopen in February for the last guys haven't signed. If they do anything. But I'm not sure they will. Eddie says, I must have missed something. Any truth to Hader the Yankees in deep talks? Yes, it is. Ken Rosenthal himself has said they've been in deep talks for a few days now. So, yes, there is on that one. Because he has a big contract and they can't get it off. That's Stanton. It's not they can't get it off. It's why try right now and his value would be too low to worry about on Stanton. So, who would be the 5th starter? Let's see who are the 5. They only have 4 starters right now: Cole, Rodon, Schmidt, and Cortez. Luis Gil would probably be your 5th starter. So Eric Rodriguez, that's the guy from the Guardians. He's probably a bench bat, just to have a little bit of power on the bench.
So to answer this question, MT says, I didn't say he isn't entertaining. I'm just saying he has no credibility at all. Every year he's making major claims that the Yankees are making huge moves, and 9 out of 10 times he's wrong. But listen to this quote, Tony Montana quote. You ready? You need people like me so you can point your effing fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So in other words, you need people like Adam so you can point your fingers and say, Adam, you probably got it wrong. But whatever, Adam's Adam. We over here, we love Adam King.
Would you sign Starling Marte? No, he's actually still in a contract with the Mets for another year. Not even a free agent. I would not touch Marte.
Ben Green, I think Yanks will sign Yamamoto for $350 million, 10 years with opt-outs.
I don't think it goes over $300 million. I don't see it. Nor do I think if it's with the Yankees there are opt-outs. I'd be surprised and won't. What starter do you see the Yankees trading for after all the Yankees sign Yamamoto? Dylan Cease makes the most sense to me. I would say Corbin Burns, but I don't see him moving And if Bieber is traded, it's going to be to an NL team. Just look at Clevenger, Kluber, Bauer, all traded to NL teams.
By the way, MT, that wasn't me that deleted
Thanks,
your comments.
Baz.
Over here, we're libertarian. We don't care about whatever you say. You say we're all about free speech. So that wasn't me. Michael Caputo, Adam, what starter do you see the Yankees trading for after the Yankees signed with Yamamoto? Did you answer that question?
Yeah. And again, I don't see Corbin Burns moving unless it's the trade deadline. And Bieber, I just cannot trust the Guardians to talk to the Yankees. I just cannot.
Yes, Numero Ruben, finally, you caught up to speed.
Taking long enough?
Bass says, I really like Adam King's enthusiasm for baseball. Yeah, he's really smart.
I grew up in baseball. Third generation baseball guy.
Adam is just misunderstood. Adam's just misunderstood.
Yes, I'm very misunderstood.
Michael Caputo says, I'm going to say Shane Bieber, or I know everyone is saying Dylan Cease, but I say Bieber. Corbin Burns is off. The Brewers said they're not trading him.
Yes, Ruben, that extra speed thing is fun. Yamamoto should take the 370 on the Mets. The Mets never made an offer. Hassan and Rosenthal now confirmed the Mets have not made an offer to him. They haven't even discussed numbers with him yet. They also, Hassan said, the only offers he actually has right now are the Yankees and Dodgers. That's it. So, Yankees also signed Montes. No, they will not. I think Montes is gone. I believe firmly.
The Royals might sign him and, do the same thing they did with Rollins Chapman.
Yeah.
Trade him and get something at the deadline.
I think the Royals signed Montes. They made him a 3-year offer with opt-outs after the first 2 years.
I think he's more of a 1-year contract, though, to be honest. Montes.
Yeah. Anyone from the Marlins, Yankees can poach. Edward Cabrera is the one that's available. And if they offer Torres for Cabrera, the talks would probably stop it pretty quick.
All right, Ruben, I got you. 1 second. Let me send this link to Ruben.
So.
Oh, snap. We're going to have Ruben in the chat.
Just check.
We're going to talk some really good baseball now.
Again, at 6:30 tonight, Jack Curry's going back on the MLB Hot Stove on Yes Network. Pay attention to his demeanor, not just what he says.
Ruben, I sent you the DM on Twitter.
I like Adam more than any other streams, at least. Read the fan questions. Let others skip your question if you're not buying knowledge. At this point, appreciate you, brother. Yeah, thank you, Angel. I like to get to everybody's. I don't like the ones. Now, if I've got like 3,000-4,000 in one, it'd be near impossible. But with us, we got enough. We can go through them. Like with Baseball Insiders, if you do theirs, they will skip 10 out of every 12, it seems. They only pick out the ones they want. Did you want us? Yeah. I would not touch Montes. I'd let him go to a team like the Royals or back to the A's on that 1 year prove it, and then maybe trade him at the deadline if he's dominant again. But I think the Yankees go after Imanaga before they even talk to Montes. I'm surprised we're not hearing any rumblings this morning.
Let's see how we're going to do this.
Oh, here's a question. Chris 6D on Twitter. When the Dodgers come to Yankee Stadium later this season, will Ohtani get booed?
Do this 1 second.
I would ask you not to boo Ohtani. We knew he was never going to the Yankees.
Ruben, you want to join with audio only? Like that, I don't have to edit the template. If you can hear me.
I want to give Montes a multi-year contract. I wouldn't go anywhere near that.
So Andy Martino, I don't even know if that's the real Andy Martino. Breaking news: Yankees offer 10 years, $510 million. It's probably that Fox Sports guy.
Yeah.
Hey Ruben, do you hear us? Because I can't hear you.
Will Rodon be successful with?
There we go.
Okay.
I assume he means pitches. Rodon has 4.
1 second. Let me put you on the template. Adam, you can keep going.
I think Rodon has 4 pitches. He couldn't get the other 2 going last year because of the injuries and no spring training to really get him going. So I see the Yankees making 3 more moves. Yamamoto, another starter, and a closer. What about third base? I think DJ LeMahieu will hold third base down, but they really do not have a backup plan. They really do not have a backup plan at third base. But I agree, and I'm thinking Cease, Yamamoto, and Hader right now. They could throw Cortez in as a 5th starter, have a second lefty. So, yeah, there's Ruben.
What's up, everyone? How's it going?
And Ruben, what's up?
Again, Johnny TD, we know that there's never been an offer from the Mets, okay? Passan and Rosenthal and Andy Martino are all saying that the Mets have not made an offer at all. Yeah, Jack Curry himself said that, Michael Caputo.
Make sure to hit that like button, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We're at 9,840 subscribers, so help us get up there to 10,000.
Let me put Ruben on the screen.
So I wanted to ask you real quick. I can't pull it up on here though, right? I sent it on Twitter to you guys. It's a post that I made about the Dodgers. You know, like the people are complaining about the Dodgers spending money and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's like, to me, it's like, why are we complaining about the Dodgers when we're basically spending just as much? The only difference is they just make sure all of their contracts expired all in like the last 2 years.
Yes.
And basically held out for this offseason. They were smart. Like, what do you... People need to stop looking at the total money and look at... They're budgeting. They're using the rules to their advantage, and they're budgeting on an AAV standpoint. So, like, to me, it's like the Yankees need to just take a page from the Dodgers book.
Yeah. Also, nobody said anything about the Rangers spending $780 million last year.
Exactly. So, like, they're complaining about the Dodgers, but it's like, bro, they went with Vargas, they went with Outman, they played some rookies. They actually played their prospects. And then they let Turner go. You know, Kershaw got a discounted deal. Yeah, they let Canley go. Like, they let so many of the other guys go, and basically just stay competitive.
Yeah.
And trusted the prospects. We don't ever trust our prospects like we should.
They're trusting Dominguez and Jones, but these are your top guys. They need to show a little bit of trust in the mid-tier guys.
Yeah, I mean, they show trust to Peraza. I mean, they show trust to Volpe, and Volpe kind of basically had a very up and down season, more down than up, really. Defensively, he was actually very good. Granted, I still have concerns about his arm a little bit, but in terms of the glove, I love his glove, left and right. Like, he's very good at getting to the ball.
Yeah. Matt says, who would the Yankees trade for Cease, Dylan Cease? It would be like a Torres, Pereira, and Schmidt or Cortez type package. So not as big as you'd think.
Yeah, probably be like Schmidt, maybe a lower level, like
I could even see Jared Peraza or Cerna potentially, because they're going to want a shortstop.
Yeah, Cerna's a shortstop. He can play second base as well.
Yeah.
Cerna could be a good option for Cease. Like, it'll be like Cerna.
Yeah, Eugene
Pereira.
said, I don't see Yamamoto going over 325. I don't either. I don't see Ghost to a chance of it. Are the Yankees interested in Clace for some bullpen help?
Steels,
Again,
what's up? Welcome to the chat.
with the Guardians,
I
do not trace any trade talk to the Guardians with the history there. And I don't think they'll trade Clase, or whatever his name is. I'm not even worried about the Dodgers anymore. I think it's between the Yankees and Mets now. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that.
Clase would be interesting because he's already on an extended deal, so he's only going to pay $4 million a year.
Yeah. It'll be interesting, but I just don't see him trading him. He's too affordable. How needs pitching staff to beat Houston first in Texas? That's why you need two starters right now. To beef that up to where you can go beat them.
Yeah, but I think the Yankees, if they do anything months after they get Yamamoto, I think that they'll probably go with like Montas as like a incentive laden deal. Like, I think that's the most realistic one that they'll probably go after. I
can see the Dodgers going after Imanaga a little bit as well. More of the cheaper guy.
That's a good one. Imanaga to the Dodgers, I predicted that one too. Like, that was my guess. They'll go Imanaga just to shore up the pitching, because Kershaw's going to be out half of the year at least.
Yeah,
and he's a free agent right now, so he hasn't even signed. See,
Johnny says, will the Dodgers invite drag nuns to meet Ohtani? I hope not. That backfired last time. Oh, man. We might see Dodgers Yankees World Series this year. Yeah, that would be a way to fix things after the lowest rated World Series ever, this last one. If they only wanted to rig Dodgers versus Yankees, that would be such a high rated one, not even funny. Yankees trying to be relevant again. When were they ever not relevant? Winning seasons last 33 years. Giants got lucky signing Lee because no player wants part of that dump. And live in San Francisco, that dump of a city. And yeah, that's actually true. Several pages have actually been saying that. They go there, they see the city, and they go, I'm not going to play in the city. They've been afraid they said that.
They basically teetered, like, if you hear the MLB Network folks, they teetered around, like, not mentioning the politicians' party, but it's so funny because it's true. It's such a dump, and no pun intended with the poop patrol around there.
Yeah. Yeah. Dodgers will choke as usual. No, I think they get the NL pennant. Spencer Jones should be up this year. Yes, he should be up by the end of May.
They were fortunate. They were fortunate that they didn't have that that he's from out of the country, so he probably doesn't know as
Yes.
much about San Fran.
Yes. Otani was the one who said to defer all his money. I am not sure I buy that, Dennis Brees.
Yeah. Otani's agent is the one that brought up Otani's agent brought up the deal to all the teams that he met with.
I could see
As
the
like
agent be the one doing
this
it,
is the
not
deal we
Otani.
want. No,
Yeah.
but I'm saying remember because he works with his agent, so he's gonna want to say I want a competitive team. He just got paid $30 million a year by the Angels to not even sniff the playoffs.
Yeah.
So like he's
Eric-
probably thinking, yeah, I want to maximize what I got. You know?
Eric Rodriguez just nailed it. Why on earth would anyone go to the Mets when the Yankees are interested? Bingo. Yes. Nobody's going to. You look at any players that left the Yankees for the Mets or chose Mets or the Yankees, and they're not the big ones. They're not the stars. They're lower level ones. Let's see. Money is the reason. Nah, I don't think money applies to Yamamoto. Ken Rosenthal said about him, he's going to pick a team, then go for the money. Torres plus
The
is
money's
waiver
gonna
pay
be there
overseas.
regardless. The money's gonna be there.
Yeah,
That's not
money will
gonna-
be there.
that's not gonna affect them.
Torres plus Schmidt for 2 years of cease is not an overpay. That'd be about good, but they'd probably want an outfielder as well. And
Yeah,
remember,
they want some control too, because remember that they're rebuilding, so
yes.
they're gonna need somebody to play with Robert, because I don't think they're gonna trade Luis Robert.
Nope, no chance. Toussaint did the same thing. You'd have to probably give your top 5 prospects plus MLB here just to get the White Sox attention on him. Let's see. Would you rather have a combo of Burns, Devin Williams, or Shane Bieber Clase? I would go with Burns and Williams just because I can never trust the Guardians on trading with the Yankees.
Yeah,
The
Bob
game's
says
completely
maybe Yamamoto defers his money like Otani did, and House signs them for $375 million, 10 years.
See, I would do that. The 375 for the 10, and with some deferrals, the Yankees need to start getting creative, man.
37 million AAV. I don't see it.
No, but it's deferred. So in reality, the AAV would be what, $25 million a year, $26 million a year. Have the rest be deferred for later on.
I don't
Like
know.
the Yankees need to get creative with these contracts, and like because once you defer the money, it also does skew some of the salary
Yeah.
cap stuff. So the luxury tax overall, you don't pay as
Yeah.
much in luxury tax.
Yeah.
You still pay them the contract.
Okay. Gene Lopez says they don't see a big package for Cease because of down season. Plus, they are not probably contention like the Dodgers and Glasnow. It's 2 years. 2 years for Dylan Cease. Keep that in mind. So I can see it. And the Yankees are already in talks there. And those all confirmed it. Keep that in mind.
Hey, good
Thank you.
point,
Appreciate that,
guys.
Sandman. Thank you.
Michael Caputo says if the Dodgers don't sign Yamamoto, see him trading for Burns and signing Hader. I think Hader goes to the Yankees no matter what at this point. Especially Realtel saying they're in talks. With Burns, I could see the Dodgers trying to get that going. They've got one of the few farm systems that could actually do that. I
Yeah,
can see them trying that.
Burns. I wouldn't mind going after Burns and Williams for sure, man. Because Williams is that airbender pitch he got, the changeup. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, and
And-
Burns
and
is
the-
not like a power pitcher. He's like a Greg Maddux type, so he's going to last a long time.
Yeah, he will. Yamamoto
Hey,
being selfish, yeah, whatever.
And the thing with him is the last 3 years, like this is the only thing with Burns is that like the last 3 years that you can tell that he's adjusting to the new rules because he used to
Yes.
do the spider attack as well, and his fastball velocity was like 96.8 on average. Now it's like down to 95.3, but he's pitching more to contact, going trying
Yeah.
to stay deep into the games. So like the last 2 years, he's been close to averaging about 195 innings per year, which nowadays that's quite a bit for most starters.
Yes. You get around 200 innings, you're doing really good.
And his ERA has been nothing higher than 3.39 the last 3 years. So I would like to get him, especially with Matt Blake, bro. Like who knows? Maybe he gets one of his pitches to
Yeah.
shape a little
Blake
bit
has
different.
impressed me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blake has been a beast.
In place for Peraza package. I don't think that would even get the Guardians' attention. Unless you had like 4 other players there. I don't think that happens. Maybe unfunded affairs, you've got that one. Seiya Suzuki, his wife didn't want to live in San Francisco because of the crime. Yeah, that's one of the players I was referring to. Seiya Suzuki visited San Francisco, immediately left and went to sign with the Cubs. That is one of them. Why are you so high on Cease? Because he would not be an ace with the Yankees to be your 3-4 starter.
Yankee Cow, what's up? Good morning, my Yankee friends and family. Good morning. Or good afternoon.
Yamamoto
morning,
should not
Yankee
get more
Cow.
than Cole. He won't. TC steals. He's not getting. I don't think he gets Cole deal. I think he
Real
hits up
quick,
in the high 200s.
real quick on Eugene Lopez with a 375 is way too much. Look, man, inflation is here, bro. Inflation is never
Yeah.
going away. The
Yeah.
contract is going to go up regardless every single year. People need to realize 15 mil from back in the day is a new 30 mil. It's not really like the same kind of money. Like
Yeah.
our dollars aren't gonna always look the same. Like you gotta look at
Yeah.
the inflation rate.
Yeah.
Plus, if it's 375 and it's deferred with like 45 of it being deferred, 75 of it being deferred, or maybe even 175 of it, that would actually benefit the Yankees
Yeah.
because on the payroll level per year, they'll be paying a certain amount, and that would help with the luxury tax and help us bring more flexibility.
Yeah. I'm going to combine two of these. The Yankees can do better with Marlins, and then Marlins' great trade partner agree. Yeah, if they could get Torres for Cabrera, that would actually be a very good trade because you're talking about a guy you're going to pay like $5 to $8 million a year for the next 4 years. So that would actually be a good one to do. Burns has nasty stuff. Yeah, he straight up does have nasty stuff because he knows how to pitch. He's not just trying to blow everything by
Yeah.
you. Guardians always back out last minute. The Yankees score. Yes, they did that. Clevenger, Bauer, Kluber, Lindor, they always play games with the Yankees just to get somebody else. So, yeah.
The Cleveland Indians have it out for us. I mean, sorry, the Guardians. Oops.
No,
Yeah,
they used to be our biggest rival back in the 90s.
Yeah, now they
Yeah,
just play
when they got
games.
when
Yeah.
they had Albert Bell and Tommy and Manny,
Yeah.
and the team was
Pascal.
strong, bro.
375 is too much.
They had Alomar too.
Yeah. Alomar brothers.
Say will be high, not much people will be. I don't think he gets to 300. I think he ends up in the high 200s on Yamamoto. I do.
I think he'll get it. I think that if the Yankees are smart, just defer some of it and bring the
Yeah, they
AAV
could.
down.
I don't know why people hate on Burns guy. He's a beast. He's like 2.0 Garrett Cole. Well, Garrett Cole more is the high 90s fastball. He will hit 100 when he wants to. So he's a little bit of a different pitcher, but yeah, they're similar. I'll give
Garrett Cole just knows how to pin the strike zone.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
throwing a dart.
There's so many where he hit that edge of the zone and the batter's going, what?
And you guys saw this year where like he focused less on the strikeouts this year,
Yes.
and he struck out less batters this year, but he went more innings.
Dropped the home
He
runs by, what was it, 20?
Dropped the home runs by a decent amount. Like if he continues to pitch like that and then finds a way to make one like a better sequencing to get the strikeout, but without having to give up those home runs and those little blue pits, man, Cole could probably dominate for another 5 to 6 years easy.
Johnny TD again. Both Passan, Rosal, and Martin, all three have said there was no offer from the Mets. So why he's Tam Fran and then signed with Chicago. Chicago's just as bad. Ask Suzuki. I don't know. It's not as bad as San Francisco, but yeah, they're both bad. I don't get that one.
Hey TC, in terms of hater, like I get the whole quitting on his team thing, but at the same time, I think it was overblown just a smidge, because we also gotta look at the fact that he was about to hit free agency. They wanted to go get a 4-out save when they're basically almost like their numbers to be eliminated out of the postseason was like 99.9%. Like there was no chance for them to reach the postseason. So he's kind of like, dude, you're gonna go overwork me to potentially put me in a situation I could get hurt.
Life Journey, what's up? Welcome to the chat.
My biggest contract that I could possibly get in my career. I can see it both ways, but I don't think he necessarily quit on the team because I mean he had a 1.23 ERA for the year. He did his job for the Padres.
Yeah, and he would probably go 4 or 5 innings once he has his big contract. He was more, we're done. I don't see the point in doing it. So you're dreaming if you think Yamamoto's time to 300. We'll see, Ben. We'll see. I'll put it that way.
I mean, there was that rumor about the 304 over 9. That's 33.7 mil a year.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I refused to pitch 4 out. Yeah, we talked about that one at this point.
By the way, Ruben, where does your opinion? Where does Yamamoto sign?
Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Yankees too. I don't think we know the contract yet. I heard it could be like 9 years, 315, or 10 years, 315 with the what's it called? It's posting fees. Just forgot it. At this point, I really want Yamamoto to just stay over there in California and go with the Dodgers. If I was the Yankees, I would give Yamamoto a deadline period. They're just dragging it out now. I think everybody's at the point, pick a team, and I think even he's getting there.
Yeah, he's getting there. Like this is part of the process. The posting fee is
Yeah,
something in the recent years they just want to make sure, dude. They're coming from a whole other country. They want to
yeah.
double check all the teams, the cities, all that stuff. Now Yamamoto looks like he really does have his eyes set on the Yankees. Now people kept saying, "Oh, he's a Dodgers fan." He liked the Dodgers, like, but it's not that like he's a super fan of the Dodgers. He liked the good teams.
And
Yankees
we,
and Dodgers are good teams.
yeah, and we've never seen him in Dodgers gear. We have seen pictures of him wearing Yankees hats.
Multiple Yankees
Facts.
hats,
Yeah,
pictures.
And TC Steele's facts. I
For
think the
real.
hater would dominate for the
TC
Yankees.
Steals.
yeah. I think it'd be great for the Yankees. Got a couple here on Jordan Hicks. With Jordan Hicks, you have to hone in his accuracy. Hone in his accuracy, he'd be a dominant back end closer or reliever. But I think the Yankees do sign Hader. Ken Rothal confirmed they're after Hader. I do think they do end up signing him.
Man, they say that he's not a fit in the clubhouse for hater. Look, man, if he does his job, nobody gives a shit about his personality.
Yeah, I really don't think he's gonna act up with the Yankees though.
What
No,
makes-
and he's a good guy. Like most, like
Yeah.
Devin Williams
Yeah.
and all those guys. I know there was a little Twitter thing that came up, which is kind of stupid. Because he was
When
a
he was
young
like
kid.
12 years old or something like that.
Yeah, it was ignorant stuff, dude. Like we're all ignorant at 12 years old. And at that point, I mean, you got Devin Williams, you got other players are not white. For those who are a little bit woke, that actually support him, that are good friends with him. So,
Yeah.
stop with the little narrative on the clubhouse stuff.
Life Journey asks, what makes you think Yamamoto will defer? We have no information on either way. We don't know. You'd have to ask him. We have no way of knowing on that one. I'll put it that way.
No doubt.
Jordan Hicks, not a lead closer. I agree.
Steals.
I agree. But the thing with Hicks is he's wild. He walks a lot and he'll hit a lot of hitters. You have to hone that in, control that. Then he'll become an elite back end guy. I think Yamamoto's already out of the Yankees. Ben says, I agree. You look at everything coming out. Red Sox supposedly meeting with them. All this. It looks like they're trying to put pressure on the Yankees, get the money up.
So we've been here almost 3 hours. We'll be into this like in 10 minutes. If you guys have any questions, Ruben and Adam will answer them.
Will the league ever
You can
change
hit
the
that like
rules?
button.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will the league ever change the rules so that cheap teams don't share in the total salary by the Yankees and Dodgers? I hope they do. I think they like need to put a $100 million salary floor on there. If they're not above that, then they can't participate in that.
Ben, I agree about the personalities, but there's always going to be that one guy that doesn't always get along with every single person in the clubhouse. That's what we're talking about.
Last year
There's
it was
always-
Donaldson until they booted him.
In all teams, even the good teams, there's always a few guys in there that are not part of a certain clique inside of the clubhouse. And as long as they do the job and they still have some decent relationships with some folks, because remember, there are some people within the clubhouse that are uniters. They get along with everyone. There are some that are a little bit more like, okay, we get along with just about everyone, but we're a little bit more sensitive about certain other things. And then you got the ones that are more like a little rough around the edges, but they still get along with the uniters.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not saying that it doesn't matter overall, but not every single person, that 26-man roster, gets along in every clubhouse.
You'll have about
That's
5
the
that don't. There'll be around 5 that don't. Now, here's a great question. What's the Orioles drop going to look like this year? I think they drop below 90 wins. That they'll struggle. They had the good 101-win season. I think they drop below 90 this year for 2022.
I think the Orioles actually do reach the 90s only because, just to give you a little bit of a devil's advocate, right? Like, you got Grayson Rodriguez now that he's figured it out in the major leagues. Had a nice second half. I think he'll have his first full season in the majors. If they find a way to trade Forces, which I doubt that they do, but if they do, I think that could be a good move for them. But and then also don't what was the guy's last name? The lefty pitcher they got. No, it's like Kramer or something like that.
Yeah.
Like he's really good too. So they have 2 starters that right there that could instantly be the top of the rotation for them, and they have some good middle of the pack. They got John Means coming back, so you got those 3 right there. Plus you got, I think, their third baseman or shortstop, whatever he is now, in Henderson, and
third base.
Yeah, so Henderson, and you got all these other guys. I think they're going to actually be better this year.
Angelo says, I believe Verdugo is going to be a 1-year deal along with other leaving that have no effect with the Yankees. They will release him with that Soto long-term contract.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Verdugo is only has 1 year left on his contract. They'll probably just let him hit free agency after 2024. Yeah.
Ben Green, she says, is about chemistry. Michael Caputo says, will there still be a press conference for YamaSoto because that Zoom call was a joke?
I think
I believe
so.
he was there
think
because I think they did it like that because he was in the Dominican Republic. Michael Caputo says, I mean, the Yankees just made one of the biggest trades ever, and they do a Zoom call. I hope we still get a press conference. I believe when they extend them, though.
I think that's a preview. I think that's just a preview one.
Michael Caputo go ahead, Ruben.
I was gonna say with Soto, I think that was just because the fans are so excited. They're like, let's give them something to talk about. Because remember, jerseys haven't even been assigned for some of those folks, so they're gonna have those jerseys ready to do for like a little press conference. So I think they'll do something for Soto.
Yeah, Michael Caputo says, was the Yankees' decision to YamaSoto's agent with that Zoom call? I believe it was YamaSoto. He was in the DR.
Yeah. He just wanted to do
then
something.
It says, called Otani. Johnny TD says, Angel makes a good point. Their outfield will be judged Dominguez and Jones. Yeah, I agree. Ben Green, Orioles are not going away. They are going to fight with the Yanks for the division until the end. Yep. Michael Caputo, it's funny how Michael Caputo, it's funny how the Mets fans think they're gonna sign Soto in the offseason, laughing my ass off.
I want to see the extension just so we can laugh at them.
Facts.
How about Luis Gil as setup guy or closer? I can see Luis Gil as a setup guy. With his elbow issues and everything, I don't think he'd be a starter anymore. I could definitely see him as a good reliever.
I can see he'll be either one a starter or a closer. The question is there the fit for him to be a starter within the Yankees? I think he'll probably end up being a closer just because out of the fit in terms of how deep we are with arms. And
TC Seals just had a good point here. They're waiting for the big Soto presser for Yamamoto to do them together. Yes. There's a lot of people that actually believe that.
Yeah.
Imagine those two together in the same press conference, number 18 and 22.
I believe that they were waiting for that, but Yamamoto has been stalling.
Yeah, I think the Yankees win the AL East in 2024, but we're talking about like 3-4 games where it's close all the way, but the Yankees can win it by like 3-4 games.
Brooklyn Junie, what's up? Welcome to the chat. He says Soy will be signing for most money.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny TD, look, man, you can say they're flashing the pan, but I mean these prospects are legit, bro, and they're still got a load of farm system.
Yeah, they didn't do it bad like a lot of teams. They built it to last for 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Henderson and Rushman. I mean, just those two already is like a nice start, but you got also the outfielders too. You got some other middle infielders. I mean, they got a load of players right now, and they're gonna be cheap for the next like 5 to 6 years.
So, Ruben, Adam, you want to say something before we close this out?
You want to go first,
Ruben? I'll let Adam go. You want to go ahead, buddy?
Been fun. I was up doing these lives. Just stay alert. Things have to pick up this week on several fronts. With Yamamoto again, I think he signs by Wednesday, or at least agrees to a deal. Remember, agreeing to a deal and signing are two different things. Agreeing is the public thing, and signing is actually at the table signing. And I think it agrees to a team by Wednesday, and I think it'll be the Yankees. So just kind of stay alert. And the Yankees will not be done after Yamamoto. Mark my words. There are going to be other players coming like Hader and another starter. So.
Okay, and then for me, glad that I could join on for here with you guys. I know I'm typically working quite a bit, and it's hard to squeeze in some time, but definitely when it comes
on here.
Yeah, of course, you know, gotta show off for my guys here. So, and then on top of that, I think the Yankees are in for a big bounce back year, not just in terms of like, you know, the player acquisitions, but also I think Stanton's really motivated. I really want to see Stanton do good, because he's been such a pro as a Yankee. So I'm rooting for him and Rizzo to really come back and do well.
By the way, Andy Martino just dropped an article saying the Mets did make an offer to Yamamoto, but it was in the Japan trip, and they've never edited. And it is not over $300 million. So
these Mets reporters are ridiculous at this point, man.
Yeah, they keep contradicting each other.
So, guys, to close this out, my prediction is Yamamoto, Hader, and Stanton to have a bounce back year. All the pressure is going to be on Soto. Less pressure on Stanton. Expect Stanton to be an all-star caliber player this season. And by the way, thanks, guys, for joining. It's been me, NYYNEWS Felix, Adam King, and Ruben, Numero Ruben. Follow Ruben on Cruz Yankees Fan on Twitter, Adam King, the King Source on Twitter, and me, _NYYNEWS. Follow us, and thank you guys for joining. We'll check you out next time.